What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We're doing a live play-by-play reaction to Scoreboard community chat for tonight's game, the Sacramento Kings, featuring not one, not two, not three, well, it is three, former San Antonio Spurs, DeMar DeRozan, Trey Lyles, and Doug McDermott. So this should be a lot of fun. And the Spurs, well, we're still without Jeremy Sohan, Trey Jones, Greg Popovich. We got Devin Vassell back. I don't know if he's in the starting lineup. I would presume he's not. So this should be a fun game tonight. Hopefully a fun game. Hopefully the microphone sounds a little better. I saw that my computer messed around with the volume settings, which may have caused some distortion. So I fixed that today. And hoping for a good game. Andy, yes, it is. G51, I like things about the team. I think they're better than their record shows. Once we have everybody together, I think they're going to be okay. Not a championship team yet, no, but better and win some games. Illusion, good evening to you. Sol 77, what's going on? Tracy, another L. The Kings played last night, and I believe they won in overtime. So they might be a little tired on a back-to-back and an overtime game at that. Not saying I want to use that as an advantage, but you got to take what's given to you. I mean, we certainly have had back-to-back games we've had to deal with over and over again. We got a back-to-back this week. It is what it is. Maybe we can turn that back-to-back into a little bit of an advantage and a win where the young guys tiring them out. Cortez says, I'll take close losses with young guys than those 10-game losing streaks in 20 and 21. Cortez, we had an 18-game losing streak last year and a 16-game losing streak the year before. So, yes, I'll definitely take close losses and some wins here and there over that for sure. Hand over fist, good evening to you. Gabriel, what is going on? I'm doing good. Nice. On the way to watch at the Spurs Club. Gowala Uno, what's good? Dev Vassell's back. I'm excited to see him back. We got my crowd in the house tonight. We got Selena, Baby Coyote, Little Mikey, and of course, running the scoreboard, Headband Grogu doing his thing. Oh, there you go. There, look at the camera. There you go. Paisan, good evening to you. And hoping for a good game. Hoping for a Spurs win. DeMar DeRozan on the Kings. And I honestly forgot he was on the Kings until I looked up the rosters today. I was like, oh yeah, DeMar DeRozan's on the Kings. And one other thing we should probably talk about real quick. That's not necessarily Spurs news, but it is Spurs news, but it's not Spurs news. If you didn't see, Chet Holmgren took an absolutely nasty spill last night during the Thunder game. Landed on his side, and he fractured something in his hip. He's going to be reevaluated in 8 to 10 weeks. That means Wednesday night's game against the Thunder, no Chemby, no round 2. Chet Holmgren's going to be out for a long time. And if I was a Thunder fan, I'd be really concerned. This is a serious hip injury. I didn't realize how thin he still is until I watched the Thunder. I put the Thunder game on after I heard about it, and I watched that play, and I was like, man, this poor guy has already missed a season due to, was it an ACL tear his rookie year? I don't remember what that injury is. Played all 82 games last year, to his credit. Bounced back from his injury in fantastic fashion. And then this year, a serious injury that's going to keep him out at a minimum of probably 2 months, maybe more. And once these injuries start accumulating, especially on a guy with his frame, I don't want to say his career is going to be shortened. Too early to say that. But this is not good. 2 serious injuries in the first 3 years of his career. I'm really hoping we have a nice Chet Holmgren versus Victor Wembanyama rivalry for the next decade. But if Holmgren can't stay healthy, time will tell. Wish him the best. Planet, good evening to you. Kokashibo, I mean, I'm not a Chet Holmgren fan, but I certainly did not wish that on him at all. I wanted to see him against Wemby and have Wemby get some revenge Wednesday night. Grant me one thing. Grant me revenge. Well, not so much, and best of luck to him. That is going to change that Thunder defense exponentially. Aren't they one of the top, if not the top, defensive teams in the league? And you lose your big man until next year. It's an unknown time next year. Zhongling Chong, good evening to you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Stevie Z, go Spurs, go to you. Ernie, slowly getting better for sure. Slowly but surely. That's where she's at right now. Yes, Tycoon, absolutely. Check's going to come back as a rookie again. I don't think he can do that. Gabriel, go Spurs, go to you. Chet is leading the defensive player of the year race before an injury. No, he's going to miss way too many games, Planet. Way too many games. Giovanni from San Antonio, good evening to you. Vexo, Timmer, thank you for stopping in. And it's good to be back. Uh, yeah, I think it's safe to say Chet's an injury risk. I mean, the fall he took, heck, I would have been injured on that. Most of us would have been injured in some way. When I think a player with, more beef on them, if you will, more muscle, more fat, just a bigger body, I don't know if that same type of injury happens. He is extremely thin. I looked him up last night. I think it said he was 7'1", 208. And Wemby's not a giant. I mean, he's a giant in height, but he's what, 7'4", 235? But still, Chet is ridiculously thin, and that frame is already not holding up. Boy, best of luck to him. Alejandro says he saw RC at a popular taco place here in San Antonio. Told him to let me make him some croissants. Awesome. You came to your place? That is great. Daniel Berry, good evening to you. And you know the deal. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. It's the official way to become a sponsor of TSR Sports just by hitting the thumbs up. Yeah. Honestly, I think if Wemby didn't play in the same season as Chet, he would have won Rookie of the Year. Yeah, probably. I mean, is he benefiting by having a great team around him? Of course. That's not his fault. You can't fault him for having good players around him. I think Stephon Castle's growth this year is going to be attributed to having Wemby around, having chances to get in the paint and not have all eyeballs on him, since a lot of eyeballs are going to be on Wemby. I mean, it is what it is. Saturday versus the Jazz, Stephon Castle had 23 points. That's the fourth most points by a rookie this season, and this rookie class has struggled a little bit to get that scoring average up. A lot of people said this rookie class was weak, and I don't think it's weak, but we're not going to see guys coming out averaging over 20 points. I don't think any of the guys in this rookie class are going to average over 20 points per game. Maybe near it, but I don't think 20 or more. Probably not. There is a lot of injuries. You aren't kidding. Hanover Fist, it's not a hip bruise. It's, I forgot what the part is, but it's a fracture. He is out at least 8 to 10 weeks. This isn't a minor injury. This is a huge injury. Bo Jackson screwed up his hip, a non-contact, I believe, injury many, many moons ago on Monday Night Football. Was never the same player again. And I got to think Thunder fans right now are very concerned that this injury will affect. I don't want to jump the gun, but that's your core, your back, your hip. I mean, that's to have a serious injury there already. That's not a good thing. Stephon Castle is starting tonight, by the way. Yeah, Pop. No. Don't know when he's coming back. Still, Spurs are quiet on it. It could be a week, could be a month. Who the heck knows? Confirmed fracture, yes. He's going to be reevaluated, I believe, in 8 to 10 weeks. He's going to be out at least till next year. Mars, good evening to you. Losing that Jazz game sucked. Losing to a bad team by 1 point, yes, that was awful. That being said, we didn't get our fourth win. What are we, 4-6 coming into this game, I believe? Yeah, 4-6. We didn't get our fourth win until, what, mid-December last year? Late December? It took some time. So we're ahead of the curve. It sucks losing, but we're in a much better spot than we were last year. And I think we're only going to get better, especially once we actually have the entire roster healthy, which we have not had yet this season. Devin Vassell was out at the start of the year. Then Trey Jones goes down with an injury. Jeremy Sohan goes down with an injury. Malachi Brandon goes down with an injury. Devin Vassell back. Pop out recently. So we haven't had a full, complete team yet. And we're competing. So that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Captain optimistic here, I guess. Geo77, go Spurs to you. Jeremiah, what's up? Mars is a Kings fan. Thank you for stopping in. Reyes, good evening to you. No, nowhere near the level of Bo Jackson's injury. But I'm just saying, hip injuries are serious. It's not something that should be taken lightly. Jeremiah, Chet Holmgren took a hard spill last night. He was going up for a block, and there was contact, and the person he was trying to block still made the layup, and Chet went splat on his right, I believe his right side, and he has a fracture somewhere here in his hip, and I mean, you could see him limping off the court, couldn't put any weight on his right foot. I don't know why I'm still using Mikey. Champagne, Barnes, Wembanyama, Castle, Paul for the Spurs. I believe it's Fox, Herder, DeRozan, Murray, Sabonis for the Kings. Let's have a good game. Gotham, thank you for stopping in. Free J, I'm actually used to both. Hey, don't forget, I saw the Spurs, the Giants, and the Yankees all losing the same night. On Monday Night Football, the Giants lost, the Yankees lost in the World Series, and the Spurs lost. I mean, nothing worse than that. And the Giants stink. So at this point, I mean, I think the whole team's going to get gutted. What do you do with CP3 when Trey comes back? Cortez, still going to start. Still going to start. Yeah, I don't think anything. Micah, the game is now. Players are on the court. And away we go. Spurs win the jump ball. My mess up there. Spurs win the jump ball. Wemby with it out in three-point land. And just looking at Wemby right now, he's not much thicker than Chet, but I can see he's a little bit thicker, which every little bit helps when you're that size. Sean Elliott pointing out many traditionally good teams have been losing. Take time for players to learn each other and coaches find the right lineups. I mean, that's fair. Vassell looked very good. Son of Scar, good evening to you. Yes, I said that at the start of the stream. They might be tired. And I forgot who asked for Rawhead Rex to be the co-host this before the game started. I tried to get, Saul77 did. And I tried to get a Rawhead Rex PNG real quick, and I couldn't get a good one. But I did try. If you don't know who Rawhead Rex is, it's probably a good thing you haven't seen that movie because it's awful. Barnes at the line for 2 to start us off the game, and he's got 1, so they're up 1-0. Vincent from Columbia, thank you for stopping in. Greg, good evening to you. Barnes makes them both. Spurs up 2-0. Let's go. Kings might be really tired. DeRozan's, 33, 34? I can't imagine he's going to play a crap ton of minutes tonight. Herder for 3 to start us off for the Kings. No good. Champagny with the rebound. Demisel does look like he bulked up a little bit. He does. TX, good evening to you. Champagny with the ball out in three-point lane. Gets it to Barnes at the elbow. Barnes starts to drive. Spins around into the paint. Back out to Champagny for 3. Back rim, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Spurs. So Miss TSR and I this weekend also were looking around on Sunday to see who else calls Spurs games live. We couldn't find anybody. I don't know if you guys know. Am I the only Spurs fan? Or are we the only Spurs community that does a live play-by-play? Wemby with the pull-up, and is that a 3? Yeah, I think it is. Nope, long 2. Long 2, my bad. But Fox down the other end real quick, pull-up jumper good. We can only find this channel. We did see other channels streaming the game, but they weren't doing play-by-play. They just had a scoreboard up and music playing. Barnes for 3, no good. Fresh Zero, what's going on? Harry, good evening to you. Asia, good evening to you as well. Maybe next Halloween. Wave Goblin, what's going on? Spurs up 4-2 to start us off. And now corner 3 is an air ball by Keegan Murray. Boy. Wemby's going to take a 3 down the other, and I did. All right, it went in. Kicks News, I thank you for stopping in. Appreciate y'all being here on a Monday night. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a great weekend. I did. Did get some bad news today. Personal bad news. Not anything with my health or that type of thing. Quick bucket for the Kings. 7-4. Herder was in the paint and got it off the glass. But my music computer died today. I went in to record the next Spurs song, and the hard drive is toasted. It makes whining noises when I go to turn it on, and that thing is kaput. Chris Paul to the paint. Free throw line jumper. Good. I'm due for a new music recording studio. I was using Cool It at 96, which is from 1996. Another bucket for the Kings. Oh, I got to get the players up. I got to refresh ESPN. I just realized that. All right, there we go. My apologies. I just happened to notice. Castle turns the ball over, gets into the paint, and passes it to the wrong team. Shoot. But being a musician, losing that desktop computer kind of sucks. The hard drive in there was 12 years old as Murray hits a 3 from the corner, and we're all tied up at 9. So I'm probably going to buy a new laptop soon. My backup laptop is ancient. Wemby for 3, no good. Bounces. Whoa, wait! After multiple bounces. What was that, CP3 for 3? Or Wemby? Sabonis in the paint, one-on-one with Wemby. Throws it up over him. No good. Fight for the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. So my backup computer is ancient. is 8 years old. I was like, you know what? I should use a computer that I'm on right now calling the game with as a backup. And the other computer, as long as it lasts, and just get a new one. Something I can record on too. I don't know anything about recording studios these days. And that's all I'll say on that. I'm done. Sabonis with the bucket. Does Wendy have 8 already? Addy, good evening to you, B-Ball Fanatic. Castle way out in three-point land. 12-11. The both offenses cooking to start the game. Let me focus on the game. I just want to share with you guys. My music computer died and I'm bummed out. But it's time to move on. Castle almost turns the ball over again. Shot clock violation. Castle a little off with his passes. He keeps doing that. Mitch is going to pull him out and put Vassell in. CP3 or Wemby? Yeah, yes, Andy. They're very easy to confuse. I was looking away at the time and looked back and the 3 went in. But, I mean, they are similarly sized and aged. Sabonis in the paint. Takes it out Wemby. Wemby spins around, gets all out of sorts, but still blocks the shot. Harrison Barnes for 3 down the other end of the corner. Sabonis had Wemby going this way and that way. Thought he had the shot, and Wemby still recovered and said, "Get it out of here." No, not in my house. DeMar DeRozan pulls up. Mid-range jumper, good. 15-13. Asia, don't feel lost. Wemby with a mile-long 3, no good. Reach out to me on the Twitter if you need somebody to talk to. But I know you've been struggling with some things. I hope things get better for you. Step back 3 is an air ball. And the fans are letting De'Aaron Fox know about it. What are you singing at opening for the Giants part? It is "Cause the Giants Stink." Hit our fist. It is "Go Spurs Go." Cause the Giants stink. Because they do. They really do. They suck. They're awful. Wemby pull up from the free throw line. In and out. Castle did start, Jorlene. He did. Is he your new favorite, number 5? Herter out in three-point land. Over to Sabonis. Sabonis thinks about the 3. Now he takes the 3 and he misses the 3. Barnes with the rebound. 15-13, 6:40, something to go. You get it to Wemby down the other end. Starts to drive. Back out to Barnes. Back to Wemby. Back to Barnes. Barnes now pick and roll with Wemby. Back out to CP3. Castle now is going to take a mile-long 3. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, Borothan, I think that's going to be the case. Depleted mind. What's going on? Wemby Defensive Player of the Year. He's the front runner now. Chet Holmgren probably not going to be eligible. Sabonis pull up Jay. Good. Holmgren's going to be out 8 to 10 weeks at minimum. He won't play 65 games. No chance. Toby, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. You're thinking, ain't no way. No, yeah, way. It's a good transition. It's a short intro. Go Spurs go, because the Giants stink. The Spurs aren't terribly better. Well, actually, yes, they are. They have more wins than the Giants do. They have twice as many wins. Anywho, I was messed up at the very beginning of the game. I said the Kings won. I was like, wait, no, we have the white unis tonight. We won the jump ball. Ja might be able to do a 360 layup, but Wemby can do a 360 block. It was a 360 block. If Wemby wins Defensive Player of the Year, is he the youngest ever? He'll be what, 20? Is he 21 next year? Is he 20 now, 21? I don't know, maybe? He should have won it last year. Let's be honest. But the Spurs team defense was horrible. This year we're a top 10 defense with Jeremy Sohan in. We're a top 5 defense. So if we finish at least in the top 10 and he keeps doing what he's doing, blocking shots, getting some steals, grabbing some rebounds, then he probably will be the Defensive Player of the Year. Veronica, good evening to you. Hola, amiga. Thank you for the spike to like. Are we close to 50 yet? I like to have at least 50 in the first quarter. We're over 50. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to keep spiking it, though. The like is the official sponsor of TSR Sports and helps bring more people in. And the more people we get in, that means more subscribers. It means the closer we get to 25,000 subscribers, and we can do the biggest giveaway we've had on the channel yet. It's going to be 2 $125 gift cards for a total of $250, a $125 Amazon gift card in The first half, a $125 Amazon gift card in the second half. Yes, he will, Toby. That was curse the Giants. No, it's because the Giants stink. And they do. Jen Mark, good evening to you. The Biscuit Buddy, what is up? Thank you for spiking the like. And another thing you guys can do, if we really want to try to get the channel growing, maybe when we do those giveaways, I don't want to do it because it would feel kind of weird to post it, but maybe when we do giveaways, you guys could put on the Spurs Nation Facebook page and the official Spurs Facebook page, and I'm sure there's plenty of you that are on those pages. Share the link and say, hey, dude's giving away free Spurs swag tonight. You know, he does it once a week, and we can start bringing people in that way. It just hit me today. It's like, why don't we do some advertising on like the Facebook Spurs pages? I think our next giveaway will be Friday night versus the Lakers. Miss TSR should be here. We'll probably do a Tim Duncan pop. I've given out 2 of those on the channel so far. You guys, yeah, I think you guys requested 2 when we did a giveaway one night. I don't remember what it was for. The 5-year anniversary. We did 5 giveaways, and 2 of you picked the Tim Duncan pop that's on there. So that was a popular one. So we'll give that out Friday night. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. It's fleet of mine throwing up the castles. Is this where I put my Cowboys suck badge? The Giants suck too, but at least Barnes just goes down the middle of the paint. Nobody there and throws it down.
Thunder, thunder, thunder. Thunder, dunk of justice.
I'll turn it down a little. I realized the volume was up just a bit. So, volume's down. You shouldn't be able to hear anything now. My bad. But, Veronica, the Cowboys aren't even competitive anymore. And the Giants suck, but we're at least competitive. Your team is... It's not even worth me trolling them anymore. Keldon Johnson turbs on over the paint. 20-17. Oh, it's 20-17. Missed the Spurs bucket. Whoops. I missed that Harrison Barnes dunk. My bad. DeMar DeRozan one-on-one with Stephon Castle. Gets him in the post. Gets double teamed by Zach Collins to get to Sabonis. Sabonis with a quick little jumper in the paint. Spurs hosting the Macho Kings. Ooh, yeah. BBZ, thank you. Appreciate that. Castle in the paint. He's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. Me and Miss TSR were looking seriously on Sunday. We were curious, and this is it. Now, there is another channel that draws about the same number of views, and I'm not going to lie. It annoyed the crap out of me. I like being transparent with you guys. They just put up a scoreboard with music, and I was like, they're not even doing anything. I worked my butt off. So that was just frustrating that, when you see the time and effort you put into a game, the passion you put into it, and then somebody's drawing similar views and literally puts in 0 effort. Now, granted, they're probably drawing in fans of the other team. Keldon for 3, and now his 3-point shot sucks. So please don't take that as complaining. It's just YouTuber frustration. It's like, how? But I would like to change the setup on here at some point. I can't do it right now because I stream through the Roku, and you guys know there's a bit of a delay. I talked to Miss TSR. If we were to live together, then I would probably, I know I would live at her house. She has cable. We would get the NBA pass through cable, which means I wouldn't be behind anymore. So we could actually put up the ESPN play-by-play thing that shows, who's got the ball, who made the shot, all that cool stuff. All-Star Weekend. Ray, I usually don't do it. If there's a Spur in a 3-point contest or slam dunk contest, then I probably would cover it. But the actual Trey Lyles for 3, former Spur. Yeah, probably not. The All-Star Game's a joke. They took, 153s last year? Vassell, first shot of the game, off the rim, no good. The Cowboys are, yes. Yes, DeMar DeRozan's on the other team, Veronica. I totally forgot. Heard it for 3, totally off. I forgot he went to the Kings. Follower of Christ, what's going on? Good evening to you. Spurs are 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. The Kings are only 1 of 7. Devin Vassell with the ball out to Castle. Castle's going to take a quick 3. That was ugly. His shot is so up and down from beyond the arc. There's times where it looks good and it goes in, and there's other times where it's just off by a country mile. That jumper on the paint is no good. Sabonis wanted the foul, not going to get it. Vassell will bring it up for the Spurs. They are up by 1 with Austin 3:16 on the clock. Vassell with a pick and roll, starts to drive. Gets it to Collins. Collins wearing the white headband tonight, and he plays better with the white headband. And now a turnover by Castle. Tries to get it to Collins. That's a lot of turnovers for Castle, I think, already. Sabonis with the layup in transition. And the Kings just took the lead, 21-20. So, yeah, no Jean-Luc Picard tonight. We have 4 turnovers already, by the way. The Kings have 0. JL is at Miss TSR's house. He stays there with her. I did watch an episode of TNG tonight, The Next Generation. Yeah, it was okay. Castle into the paint. Misses the little jumper at the rim. I think I would have liked The Next Generation a lot more when I was younger. But I see the appeal. I'm going to watch the Borg episodes next. The one where Picard gets turned into a Borg. That's the one episode I saw when I was younger. And then I want to watch the conclusion of that the next season. Because that's all I remember. I was like, I need to finish that. Jokic has been averaging 30, 15, and 14 in the last 4 games. Holy moly! 30, 15, and 14. That is insane, Kokoshivo. Current All-Star game is an overhyped, overmarketed shooting exhibition. Yes, it is. Selector says Castle's having a rough start a little bit. Lilacs, Wemby always tends to come out around the 5-minute mark in the first quarter. Sometimes 6-minute mark. It varies. I like that in Next Generation because he was... Veronica, you know Dougie's on the Kings, right? Dougie's on the Kings. He hasn't checked in yet. Right now, 2/5 of this Kings lineup that's out there, we're in a timeout, is former Spurs. Trey Lyles and DeMar DeRozan. Crazy. 37, 18, and 15 last night. Wow. I didn't realize he's been going off like that. That's impressive. Most impressive. Baby Oil Bandit. Interesting name. OMFG he is. Yes, he is. JLP is the X factor for the Spurs. Good vibes. You guys really liked him the other night. I was shocked how much, how many cries for Picard we got throughout, or not cries, but how many calls for Picard we got throughout the stream. I was like, wow, Jean-Luc Picard really making a showing here on TSR Sports, and you know he was happy. He ate up the camera. He loves being on camera, so he was happy to pop his head up anytime he could. Imagine the Jokic and Wemby pick and roll. Will never happen, but we can imagine. By the way, we haven't had a good luck boop yet. Come on, Coyote. Boop. He's got little legs, so it's a long walk. Well, Professor X as well. How many X-Men movies was he in? He was in X-Men 1, 2, 3. Days of Future Past. And Logan, right? Was he in 5? Am I missing any? Because he wasn't in First Class. Spoiler. He wasn't in Apocalypse, and he wasn't in... What's that one I don't like? The Dark Phoenix one. Is Phoenix? I don't know. We've needed the JLP facepalm on multiple occasions. Let's go double... Do we have double Pineapple Express? We don't. Good evening, 5L Racing. Thank you for stopping in. Dragon, thank you for being here. Was he in Doctor Strange as Professor X? The Doctor Strange sequel, that's right. I didn't like that one. I didn't like that movie. Wemby is checked back in, by the way. Keldon Johnson in the paint, the runner. Good. All right. Yep, I got the last stand KSH. Got Logan. He was a cameo in Wolverine Origins. But I think that was a CGI him or CGI. It was like a very short cameo, so I don't count a 1 minute appearance. If it was even that. Spurs immediately turned the ball over after the Kings miss. It is now Kings ball. Close game, 22-21. The Kings are coming off a back-to-back and played in overtime last night, so they could be a little sleepy. Or, well, I'll shut up. There's a 3 for De'Aaron Fox. Thank you, we max it. Let's get the likes up. Sounds good to me. Kings have 10 points off turnovers. We only have 2. Wemby almost turned the ball over there. Nice job getting the ball back with Sabonis harassing him. and eventually does turn the ball over. And both players on the floor. Kings eventually come away with the ball over a minute to go. De'Aaron Fox getting harassed by Wesley. Will pass it out. The three-point attempt is no good by Doug McDermott. Dougie is in the game. She just, Veronica, oh my God, he's in. He is in. Dougie McBuckets is in there for the Spurs. Against the Spurs, not for the Spurs. I'm used to saying for the Spurs. Wow, flashback. Wemby starts to drive. And Wesley he gets it to Wesley, and Wesley rifles it right out of bounds. I don't know where he was passing that to, but not to another Spur. Oi. 5 leg, yeah. Chet's going to be out a long time. Wesley is very up and down. That's all I'll say. Very up and down flexor assist. Nice give and go, and Dougie gets blocked by Devin Vassell. I think it's going to be a goaltend. It is. Mick Homer. Nice, Veronica. Spurs down by 4. Kings are on an 11-2 run in the last 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Come on, Spurs, wake up. The Kings are a good team, but we're a young team playing a team that's on a back-to-back from overtime. We should be able to run the floor against these guys. Mamu for 3. Sabonis with the rebound. Dougie on the run. Takes a 3. Off the rim, no good. 26-22. That is the end of the first quarter. Did we score when Wemby was out, Amityville? I'm not so sure. Cerberus, thank you. Stopping in. Hi from Azerbaijan? I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Louis Caesar, thank you for stopping in. Boy, Baby Oil Bandit. So Kelvin changed numbers when Chris Paul came to the team. Chris Paul is number 3. Kelvin is number 3. Kelvin became the 0, which some of you have made jokes that his number now equals his trade value. Bonjour, Arno. I think it'll affect them a little bit, flexor assist. It will. Chet has gained my respect based on his reaction after outperforming Wemby in the previous matchup and after suffering his latest injury. He is a humble person and fierce competitor. You know what Alex, you know what I thought was funny? Yes, Sirski, good evening to you. Azerbaijan. Thank you. Chet Holmgren, 6, I don't know the exact time. Hours after his injury, he put up on his Twitter, I'm going to call it Twitter, whatever. On his Twitters, MF still made the layup, or something along those lines, after he got injured and got, went splat on the ground. And it was a splat. I'm not making light. It was a hard fall. And he put the other player still made, that MFer still made the layup. So I was like, all right, you got a sense of humor, bad injury, but, you're still, you haven't lost your smile, if you will. Spurs go deep to the basket and pass. Yep. Our defense is fine, but our offense is lacking a little right now. Raket Nijo, hello from the Philippines. Not the worst first quarter, not the best first quarter. We've had better. We've had worse. I don't know. We can win this game. I want to actually take a look at something from last year. When did we get our 4th win last year? This is going to hurt, by the way. So I'm sorry I'm doing this. This one's going to hurt. Because don't forget, we started off 3-2, and then we had the 18-game losing streak. Spurs fans, we got our 4th win on December 15th last year. To improve to 4-20 last season. December 15th. We got our 5th win on December 28th. And we didn't see our 6th win until January 10th. So if the Spurs can win a couple games here and there, they're already way, way ahead of last year. And let's not forget, we have not had the full roster together 1 minute this season. Not to make excuses, but we have been dealt with a lot of injuries. Our projected starting lineup has started 0 games. Davin just came out. Jeremy's out until, January. Trey Jones played 1 game. When we got everybody here and pop back, I think we're just going to be a little bit below 500 team. Clock, why aren't you going? There we go. Oof. A 3-pointer by Trey Lyles. What's with former players doing good against us? Now we're down by 7. Anyway, it's early. We can turn this around. Turn around. Let's get a run going. Wemby and Mamu playing together. Hopefully he can get some of that magic they had. Wemby with a turnover. Easy, fast break. And De'Aaron Fox is going to throw it down. My clock's a little off. We'll get that fixed. Mitch Johnson with a timeout. We are way ahead. Tax Brazilian Ghost. That's how I kind of feel like right now. Rich, you should read this other twit from the hospital bed, asking people to not feel bad, sad for him, as there are other people. Really? People in much worse shape. I mean, he's got insurance. He's going to be taken care of. He's a millionaire. That's humble. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I will say if that's his reaction to his injury, and he's staying positive and still able to joke about it, but also saying, hey, focus on other things, then, hey, respect to him. I just didn't like him because he's, not him personally, but just because he's the opposition and Wemby's number one rival, if you will, but he seems actually like a good dude. Racing season officially done? Oh, I'm sorry, Five Below Racing. What about nothing? Not even like nice, warm, sunny places of the States? I don't understand why we have a collection of players who can't shoot and defend. Why are they still in the NBA? Ask Brian Wright. And we got to put, Brian Wright and Pop. I'd have to think they're the ones making the final call on this roster. Not trying to throw Pop under the bus, but you would think the head coach and somebody in the front office has some say on who's on the roster. Yes, Yasirski will. Alex, I'll tell you what, the team that scores the most points is going to win the game. Guaranteed. I'm so tired of this team. It's like they don't turn it off on purpose. Landon Sports Talk. We have something in common. The Giants and the Cowboys stink. They stink. They smell. Wemby is averaging 4 blocks a game. Rack and Me Joe, Devin and Castle, best pineapple combo in the NBA. David Garner, thank you for stopping in. Cooper Rush is terrible. You guys are so bad, I can't even troll you anymore. I mean, the Giants suck, and I'm still going to do videos on the Giants because that's my team. And at some point, Daniel Jones is going to get benched. At some point, Brian Dable is going to get fired. I got to think Joe Shane might get the boot too. Who the heck knows? So I'll keep covering the Giants, but I can't even troll the Cowboys anymore. You're unwatchable. And it sounds like I'm trolling now, but you're getting blown out every game. There's nothing to cover there. There's nothing to talk about. Maybe if there's a close game, or if there's a close game and the team chokes at the end, I'll cover the Cowboys. But right now, I'll cover the Giants. And I haven't really touched the Commanders this year, but at some point, I'm going to have to start looking at the Commanders and the Eagles, especially in the playoffs if one of them or both of them end up losing. Landon, yeah, they're absolutely terrible. Well, Wemby had a 6 for 9 3-pointer in the last 6 of 9 in his last game. We have 8 turnovers to the Kings 2. Wemby with the ball right now in the post. Passes it out to Champagny. Champagny for 3. All right. We'll take that. A lot of teams are doing bad, Reyes. Is just a lot of teams bad and a lot of teams really good and nobody in between this year? Because I haven't really been paying attention to too much of the rest of the league. Trey Lyles with the ball for the Kings, former Spur. We got Doug McDermott on. Are we going to have all three former Spurs are on the floor right now? De'Aaron Fox into the paint, misses a layup. But Trey Lyles with the offensive putback, thunder dunk. DeMar DeRozan, Trey Lyles, Doug McDermott. All 3 former Spurs in the last, 4 years? Keldon into the paint. Little jumper good. 60% of the Kings players on the floor are former San Antonio Spurs. This is crazy. And the only player that any of them would have played with would have been Keldon. Murray with an air ball, out of bounds, Spurs ball. Oh, the Giants are awful. The Giants are terrible. Only one who matters is Dougie. Brian, what's going on? First team to trail by more than 20 in their first 5 home. Wow, Brian. And a foul down the other end on the Kings. The Cowboys have trailed by more than 20 in their first 5 home games. Yeah, if we could take the best parts of Brandon, the best parts of Wesley, make them one player, we'd have a darn good player. Unfortunately, we can't do that. Oh, Landon, why recap it? Harrison Barnes? Oh, yeah, former Sacramento King Harrison Barnes. I didn't even point that out tonight. He's been inconsistent. His defense has been better than advertised. And Keldon Johnson gets loose in the paint. He's going to hammer it down.
Thunder, thunder, thunder. Thunder, dunk of justice.
Nice job. Keldon gets in the paint, throws it down. Easy dunk. Harrison Barnes tonight, I can't see his stats in the moment. Keldon has 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. But Barnes has been kind of up and down for us. One night he'll have 10 or 12, and the next night he has like 2. Wesley and Branham. We need to fuse them together for sure. Jeremy's necklace probably more expensive than I've spent my whole life. Yeah, Keldon threw it down with 2 hands. He's been consistently Harrison Barnes. Malachi KSH sprained his ankle 2 games ago. Sabonis, let me see if he's not in the game, so I can't see it. So the players on the court, those are the only players' stats I can see right now unless I start jumping around and looking at things. We will, of course, go over the halftime stats. And once, if I ever am able to call these games on cable, because I talked to Miss TSR about it, I hope she's not worried about me talking about this. Actually, she might like it. But if we were to ever move in together, I would stop having an NBA League Pass through my Roku, and we would get it through a cable, which means probably no delays, which means I could actually show more of this. But I don't show a lot of this now because that's a little ahead of me, and it could confuse me. Vizio? Sure. Now, Wemby's stats I can see. Wemby is 3 of 5, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, which is darn good for him so far. Only 1 rebound, 3 assists, 8 points. So this is one thing that's been alarming a little bit is he's having these games where he's just not grabbing any boards. He's the biggest player on the court, and he's got 1 rebound so far. 3 minutes into this, almost 3 minutes, well, over 2 minutes into the second quarter. Apparently my math is not mathing at all. Hopefully those numbers increase substantially because we need some rebounding, and Wemby's should be the guy that does it. Andy, yes, he did throw it down. Keldon throws it down hard, to his credit. Landon, how are the Warriors 8-2? Do you have a lot of young talent around them I'm not aware of? I think I heard they're playing good defense. I mean, Steph Curry's still Steph Curry, but he missed a lot of time, didn't he? Are you guys doing things correctly? And what I mean by that is you have an old vet and trying to bring in more old vets around him, which the Lakers have done. You're building with younger talent. I mean, the Lakers had a championship team with young talent, and then they got rid of all that young talent to get Russell Westbrook. So I'm wondering, are the Warriors doing it correctly? Having that vet who can still score and carry the team if needed, but having young players, around him to win now, but also prepare for the future. When we got to turn back in the last season, Wemby, he hasn't been the same as he's off to a slow start. I'm wondering if the weight gain's been a problem. Well, no, I agree. As long as somebody gets the rebound, yes. But our leading rebounder should be Wemby. But if Kellen's going to grab 15 boards, or Jeremy, when he's back, is grabbing 15, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just make sure we're not giving up second chance opportunities. That shot was no good, and I think Wemby just grabbed a rebound. He must be listening in his ear. 33-29, Spurs down by 4. And a horrible pass by Chris Paul. Fast break for the Kings. Ellis is going to pass it up to Trey Lyles. Around the world, open 3 in the corner is no good. How's Keegan Murray with another miss? Wemby will bring it up. I think that's another rebound for Wemby. I'm telling you, he's listening. Wemby with the ball right now in three-point land. Over to Kellen, over to Mamu for corner 3. No good. Wemby with the offensive board. Throws it back out. Over to Mamu for another 3. There we go. 1-point game. CP 3 turnovers. Does he have 3? Okay. Sounds good, Landon. Yes, OKC's done a fantastic job, and that is a block on DeRozan by Wemby. That 2 blocks tonight? 3 blocks? It's still King's ball. I don't know who this dude is that has it. But he hits a 3. Was that McLaughlin? 36-32, 4-point game. And your defense is better. Wemby with the ball on 3-point line. Gets it over to Mamu. Mamu's going to start to drive. Spins around into the paint. Out to Champagny. Wide open for a corner 3. Can't make it. Wemby with another offensive board. The putback is in and out and in. And since I said Wemby has one rebound, he's been a rebounding monster, which we know he can be. So be. Trey Lyles got Wemby. I'm going to defer to Keegan Murray. Murray for a long three. No good. Wemby with another board. He is on fire with his rebounding. Keep it going, big man. Now he's going to take a quick three. Boom! Shakalaka! All right, well, they're going in. I can't complain, can I? Dan YGC, thank you for stopping in. Spurs up by 1. Just under 7.5 minutes to go. Trey Lyles with the ball again. Drops it off to DeRozan. DeRozan's going to start to drive. Stops. Gets it back to Lyles for 3. No good. CP3 with the rebound. Get it up to Champagnie. Champagnie flies into the paint and gets blocked. I did not see who got the block, but he definitely did not make that. Ellis for 3 down the other end. Well, poop. Chris Paul will bring it up for the Spurs. And this is where I think Trey Jones helps us. Seeing CP3 just bring that ball up slowly. I'd like us to push the pace more with this young team. We head to Wemby, one-on-one with Keegan Murray. Spin, little jump, turnaround. Floater is a total brick. Pretty much an air ball. McLaughlin starts to drive, gets into the paint, throws it up off the glass. Good. 4-point game. Right? Flexor assist? Oh, okay, Dan. Okay. Ace to 1. Vassell is playing, but he hasn't played much. Wemby for 3. I hate how many threes he's shooting, but as of late, they're going in at a high percentage. He's 4 or 5 tonight and was 6 of 9 in the last game. He's shooting 80% from 3 tonight. I can't yell at him for shooting threes when he's making them. It's when he's like 1 of 8, then I'm like, all right, chill out. But then you could also say, shooters got to shoot. And then maybe the shot will come around. Kings want to miss on an offensive board. 10 on the shot clock. Murray way out on 3-point land, guarded by Wemby. Starts to drive. Out to McLaughlin for 3. No good. Mama with the rebound. It'll be Spurs ball down by 1, 5.5 minutes to go. CP3, whose scoring lately seems to have kind of disappeared. I'm not saying I need him out to scoring for the Spurs, but, keep the defense honest. Wemby one-on-one with Trey Lyles. Gets it to Keldon. Keldon, nobody there. Easy layup. Give the assist to Wemby. He did hear us complain, Andy, and he's like, shut up. DeRozan's going to get a bad foul on Mamu. Got him off his feet. Missed the shot. Foul going to the line for 2. We max it. Yeah, I don't know how. Is tonight's game bringing it up to 40? Melisic, he may have. I mean, it's hard to be upset if somebody's just crushing the 3 ball, and right now Wemby is. Good. I mean, we need him to. Keep defenses honest. And, oh boy, Zach Collins checking in, Harrison Barnes, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell. This is a complete switcheroony. Everybody checking out and everybody checking in. Yeah, but he was decent off the bench, Landon, wasn't he? CP3 for you guys, all things considered? Andy, he did. He threw his man down and then got the score. We do have double pineapple power. Pineapple power. Flex my little mini biceps for the camera. I think DeRozan made them both. He did. 43-42. Castle with the ball over to Champagnie. Champagnie for 3. No good. And looking at this lineup, a lot of the scoring is going to be on Devin Vassell. I mean, Champagnie and Barnes can shoot the 3. Collins sometimes can shoot the 3. Castle can score in the paint. Everywhere outside of that's been questionable. Sabonis in the paint, layup good, and that's going to be a problem. Zach Collins tried to stop Domantas Sabonis. He's not. So hopefully Wemby will be back in a couple minutes. Harrison Barnes way out in 3-point land. Playing against his former team. Zips it over to Champagnie. Champagnie's going to take off into the paint. Throws up an awkward shot. Misses it, but gets the putback. Smoke him if you got him. We got a 1-point game. Julian did want the poster. He ain't going to get it. As DeMar DeRozan hits a bucket. think he's been too far off. He's not playing as well as he did in the preseason. Vassell, out to Collins for 3. Okay. All right, if he's making them, then I also can't complain if he's making them. Right tax, he made one. Borgoth, and he's been a better three-point shooter for sure this season. Limited, not taking 6 or 7 of them. DeRozan pull-up J over Champagny, no good. Barnes with the rebound, and then bounces it off Champagny's head. What are you doing? He wasn't even looking at him. Collins with a block on Herter. What a stupid pass. Champagny for 3. There we go. Barnes gets the rebound. Champagny's not even looking at him and bounces it off his head. What the We'll take a 3-point lead. Danian, maybe. By the way, while we're going to commercial break, let's tell you a little about TSR Sports. Cheap plug for the channel. We are a sports channel. The Spurs are the main thing we cover here. We do, well, so far we've live streamed every game. We're going to try to continue to live stream every game. We do a giveaway once a week. That's right. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to be Patreon. You don't have to be a member. Nothing. We do ask for the thumbs up, but we'll do a random giveaway. And I just see that the person that won the other night got their baby coyote. They won a baby coyote. And they got that tonight. So hopefully they're enjoying your little coyote. We'll be giving away a Tim Duncan item on Friday. I always put up in the community notes what we're going to be doing for a giveaway. And it's done by live trivia. And the first one to answer gets it. And it can be anybody. All right. So if you'd like to join the channel, hit the old subscribe button. And if you're enjoying the stream, hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Maybe Barnes was upset. How would it happen when Trey comes back? I think when Trey comes back, he's got to be the backup point guard, right? Branham's out, Trey's out. I don't know what Pop's going to do with the rotation. Victor Wembanyama, 3-point shooting. Previous 5 games, 10 of 41. Last 2 games, that's including tonight, 10 of 14. Wow. What's up, Mavis? Thank you for being here, sir. Greco, thank you for being here. Barnes is a rookie? No. Yo, you, what's going on? Yes, Bart. All the music you hear on here during the... I think everything on here is me now. The Thunder and Dunk of Justice music is mine. Because I figured it'd be better to use music that I can't get hit with copyright on. And I can't copyright on my own stuff. That being said, Amazon will take care of the shipping. If I have to pay shipping, then I will. It's free shipping. I'm not going to charge you guys for shipping. If you're winning something, it's going to be 100% free for being part of the community. So I am a musician. Bad news today for me. We're in a timeout and looks like a replay. Is my music computer died, and it was a tough pill to swallow because I've been using it for the last 10 years. Actually, I've had that longer than that, but the hard drive was replaced 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago? Yeah, 10 years ago, and finally the hard drive gave out. It's making a whining sound when it spins. I could tell it's done. Windows won't boot up. It's done. I turned it on and off like 12 times, double-check the cables. It's clearly done. It sounds awful. But the music program I've been using is over 20 years old. It's over 25 years old. And I was like, you know what? The laptop we're using to stream these games is 4 years old, but has a few issues once in a while. My backup laptop that I use during the day is 8 years old. That thing is going to go any second, which will leave just this one. So I think we're going to grab a new laptop during Black Friday, one I can record music on, a new one for streaming, and this will become the backup laptop, and the other laptop will just be around for being around. We just gave the Kings another point. Did I miss a technical free throw? Yes, Tex. RIP music computer. 39 more likes to 150. Let's do it. And yes, the TSR streams are brought to you up by the thumbs up button. That's the sponsor. You guys are the sponsor just by hitting the thumbs up. I know that sounds silly because a lot of people ask for money with sponsorships. That will never happen here. Kings ball down by 2. De'Aaron Fox drives in the paint, kicks it out. They go around the world for an open Dougie McBuckets 3. And Doug McDermott versus his old team gives the Kings a lead. Yes, 10 years for the computer was a good run. I recorded a lot of music on that. Old PC games were on that, so we have a file on the Kings. And I was like, you know what? I took it apart and threw it away today. I was like, it's time to move on. That's not... Oh, his foot's on the line. They're showing a DeRozan 3. That's the shot I missed. That was a 3. I thought it was a 2. It was a 2. But the refs accidentally called it a 3. So I was right. The refs were wrong. We have a offensive foul on Zach Collins. Mario, the Giants suck is right. We are awful. I watched the reaction. I wanted to get Chris's reaction from the Entertainer Talking Sports when the Giants fumbled the ball on the first play of overtime. And he just spun around his chair and went, woo, we fumbled. I mean, he's checked out. We are so bad. We are so bad. Sabonis 1-on-1 with Collins. Into the paint. Spin, layup. Good. Wow, nice job by Sabonis. Jared, good evening, Jared. I'm still going to watch the Giants. Barnes in the paint. Off the glass. And one. I will still watch the Giants because I'm a Giants fan. And it's going to suck, but I will watch. You guys, last year, our 18-game losing streak, I called every game but one because I had an eye injury. And actually, there's a YouTube short of it. Me and Miss TSR watched it this weekend. My eye is just like all red. It was the 16th game of the losing streak, I think, against the Rockets. Yeah, it was rough. Barnes are tied up here. To the Giants fans in the chat, should Dable be fired? Now we're at the end of the season. I can't see him coming back after this season next year. I mean, we're not getting blown out. We just keep losing. Kings ball, McDougie for three. No good. Harrison Barnes with the rebound. And he'll bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it over to Blake Wesley. I've not said his name much tonight. Vassell, Castle, Wesley, all quiet offensively. I'm very curious at the halftime stats. Who's scoring here for the Spurs? Did Wesley step out of bounds? Oh, come on. Why do we keep doing that? Daniel Jones needs to go. Yeah, he's gone. All right, I forgot. I always show you the game.
Sucker!
There you go, my friend. Hopefully that's what you're looking for. Spurs have 12 turnovers already to the Kings 2. Fox with a miss and an immediate putback. You know what's lamer I forgot? Expecting somebody like myself to pay for something, which I am for the NBA League Pass, and expecting me to show it to you for free because your lazy ass can't get a job and pay for it. There you go. How's that? Hey, take some Chuck Norris while you're at it. Now that fool's gone. Back to the game. Spurs down by 2. They are in the bonus with 131. Sorry, had to get it off my system. Webby for 3. In and out. Gabriel, our turnovers are absolutely terrible this year. We might be worse than last year. Kings ball. Murray's going to drive and turns it over. Spurs on the run. Castle 1-on-1 against McDougie. Stops, pops. Absolutely juked McNuggets. I'm just thinking all those kind of names for Doug McDermott. Lights out. We are turning the ball over a high rate. Dude, that was beautiful by Stephon Castle. Doug McDermott didn't know if he was coming or going. Kind of like a wide receiver when you zig and you make the other player zag. De'Aaron Fox pull up. I think Castle just blocked that. Castle now with the ball. Drives into the paint, off the glass, and it's good. Stephon Castle taking over the game. Chicky Nuggets, it's $110. Wait, please never take it as an insult to any of you guys. That was all directed at him. If you guys can't afford the league pass, look, I get it. The economy sucks. Sabonis for 3, no good. Trying the 2 for 1. Free J, I just, I don't know. I guess that's a little frustration from the weekend with the Jazz loss, the Giants loss. I appreciate all of you guys being here. You guys know that. Barnes for 3. No good. Vassell almost dunked it back on the mitt. Oh! Ball out of bounds. Going to be Spurs ball. Sabonis lost it. 5 seconds to go. We have a chance for the last shot. I'm sorry, Tax. We did LOL. Yeah, but you guys don't come in and say, hey, show the game. You know what this is. It literally says live play and scoreboard. Brian, what's going on? 5 more assists and a triple-double for Wemby. All right. CP3 with the ball. Going to take a 3. At the buzzer! There we go. Momentum. Castle is a keeper. Right. Went through at the buzzer. All right. Spurs with the lead. We do need 3-point shooting from Chris Paul. Doesn't have to shoot anywhere from 2, but we need the floor spacing. And the Golden Tavern, what's going on? We're turning the ball over at an extremely high rate, and we're up by 5. And some guys haven't contributed anything. Thank you, Steven Z. Like a good State Farm is there. Oh, Mackie, I'm liking Castle too. We had 38 this quarter. All right, nice. We got 127 likes. Awesome. Hit the golden nugget number, or whatever. Let's get into the halftime stats and take a look and see what's going on with our Spurs and the Kings, of course. Appreciate y'all being here. Sorry for going at the troll. Sometimes it happens, but sometimes you guys get a kick out of that too. I know people enjoy YouTubers getting angry or riled up and then firing at somebody, and I was nice. I showed him the game as he asked, and then he had to keep pushing. He kept poking the bear. All right, Spurs got outscored 26-22 in the first. We outscored them 38-29 in the second. All right, Sabonis with 12 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals in the first half on 6-11 shooting, playing very well. Former Spur DeMar DeRozan, solid first half, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers. It is only 3, which was a 2. It is what it is. Keegan Murray off to a slow start, 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting. Darren Fox, 9 points. And Kevin Huerter, 2 points, also slow start, 1 of 4 shooting. We have some former Spurs on the bench. Trey Lyles with 5 points and Doug McDermott with 5 as well. McLaughlin with 5 and Ellis with 3 for our San Antonio Spurs. Wow, the starting lineup's really doing it all. The bench is not giving us much. Champagnie with 8 points on 3 of 8 shooting. Wow, he's taking a lot of shots tonight. Barnes with 10 points and 5 boards versus his old team. Wemby with 16 points already on 6 of 10 shooting, including 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. He's now up to 7 rebounds. He was a rebounding monster in the second quarter, grabbing 6 of them. Also has 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Has a legit shot at a triple-double. Played a team-high 18 minutes in the first half as well. Hey, we're off tomorrow night, so get him going. And he does have 2 turnovers, but 3 to 4 turnovers is expected for him per game. Chris Paul with 5 points and 8 assists. Nice first half for him. And Stephon Castle coming to life, 7 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 1 block. Does have 2 turnovers, but he is shooting 3 of 5 from the field and really picked up things at the end of the first half. Off the bench, Zach Collins has actually been okay. 3 points in 6 minutes. Mamu with 3 points. Keldon Johnson with a nice first half. 8 points on 4 or 5 shooting. Hasn't done much of anything else. 1 assist, no rebounds. Keldon, grab some boards. Of course, Wemby was grabbing a lot of those boards probably. Demisel, really slow tonight. 0 points, 0 for 1 from the field. He's taken 1 shot. He was cooking the other night, but tonight he's not gotten it going at all. Blake Wesley's been invisible. He played 8 minutes. He's got 1 rebound and 2 turnovers. That's it. Those are his stats. 8 minutes, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, a team worst -9. Not going well for Blake tonight. When I look at our roster, the players that are playing tonight that are most likely to lose minutes. Sorry, guys. Sandro Mamukelashvili, when he comes back. I'm sorry, when Jeremy Sohan comes back, Mamu's minutes are gone. When Trey Jones comes back, Wesley's minutes are gone. And I don't know what's going to happen with Brandon. It's going to be probably a 10-man rotation when everybody's healthy. And there's just not going to be room for some people. Brandon could be the guy that occasionally plays when we need shooting. And if he's playing well and somebody's playing off, maybe he fills in for them. I don't know what Pop's going to do, or if he's still the coach at the time, Mitch Johnson's going to do when everybody's healthy. Yeah, it should be interesting. Spurs are shooting well from 3 tonight. 48%. We're shooting 11 of 23. Wow. A reason that we're not blowing the Kings out is the Kings have 4 turnovers, and we have... It says we have 11. I thought it said we had 12. I guess 1 was taken away. That is way too many turnovers still for the first half. You should never have double digits in any half of basketball. And unfortunately, this has been a team that has turned the ball over a whole ton this season. That needs to be fixed sooner than later. Let's pull up the chat since I've been talking about the stats. Let's see what I've missed while I was gone. Flectorsis says, let's go Blake Wesley. 1 rebound, 2 turnovers. Only OGs remember when Rich used to rage. I don't rage as much. But I still are going to get, fired up a little bit. It'll come out probably here and there. If we do something stupid, like I was starting to get angry with the Julian Champagny. No, Harrison Barnes grabbed a rebound and passed it up the court and hit it on the back of Champagny's head. If it's a playoff game and we do something stupid and lose, yes. D-Dat, Thunder, 3 of Justice, nice. Ironborn, if we didn't have all those 2 turnovers, we'd be up by over 10 right now, easily. No, Vassell is absolutely quiet tonight, Ace of 1, invisible. Indeed, Jared. My biggest rage moment still in the history of this channel, and it's not on here anymore because I also cursed a ton, is when the Giants drafted Daniel Jones. Yeah. I could say Primo was probably the one for the Spurs, but I wasn't angry. I was extremely confused because I didn't know who the hell he was. Had no idea. Castle is a dog planet. Just an FYI, I pay $80 for 6 months of all sports and pay-per-views. I think I know how you get that. My friend's doing that too. I refuse to do that. That's just me. You know what makes me sleepy? Bad New York sports play. Yogi says, I have no one to consistently watch it with, so I'd rather watch a scoreboard together like this, Ella. And as a casual fan, I only pay attention to Spurs anyway. Okay. I'm hoping at some point we can improve on the setup. I know this is good, but I'd like to have this take more of the screen. And, I mean, we've already talked about it tonight. Yeah. Castle's hesitation steps, stop time, the release. You aren't kidding. Well, thank you, Justin. Castle's Michael, he's looking good. What's up, R33? We looking good so far. Wemby's shooting how we know he can. Turnovers an only glaring issue. Right. This team's better than their 4-6 record. They're missing a lot of players. They're missing Pop. I think I've already said 35 to 40 wins. I think when we're 100% healthy, we're closer to that 40 more. It's closer to a 500 team. We are going to lose some games we probably shouldn't lose, like the Jazz game, because we're missing so many guys. And that the turnovers got to stop. Are we 4th in turnovers? I thought we would have been higher. Minix Flynn had a great game with Austin. Did they? Okay. Got it, Michael. All good. I mean, I paid for the NBA League Pass, so I mean, I have it all year no matter what. It's one of those, we buy it for a year. Saul77, since you're in here, Mike Smith's Vassell has 0. I don't have any Bitcoin. I don't do that. Ramartari Frank, the team that scores the most points is definitely going to win the game. Could get something. What kind of punches? You mean these kind of punches right here? Falcon Lord, it's tough with Wemby shooting threes. When he's making them, it's hard to get angry. But when he's missing him, it's very easy to get angry. So, Saul77, since you're in here, I tried to put this together real quick. If anybody doesn't know, that's Rawhead Rex, but I couldn't get his hair to look really good. If you have not seen this movie, don't. It's absolutely awful. But he asked for Rawhead Rex. So there he is, Saul77. Briefly here, Rawhead Rex. The Clive Barker movie from the mid-'80s. And it's not good. Oh, gosh, it's not good. Yeah, Vassell, 0. 0. The Prune, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Does anybody even know who that was that I put up besides Saul77? Does anybody else know who Rawhead Rex is? The Prune does. All right. Don't troll the phallus Cowboys. Ouch. D-Dat, I don't need to troll them anymore. They are so bad. There's no fun in even trolling them anymore. People don't even care. They're getting blown out every game. They're losing by what, 25 or more every game now? Their season's over. They're done. The team that scores the least points will lose. That is a true story too. Joshua, what's going on? Fletcher says, Primo pick hurt so much because of who we did not take. Moses Moody, Corey Casper, Alperen Şengün, Trey Murphy, Jalen Johnson, Cam Thomas, Santi Aldama, Trey Mann. I mean, anything would have been better than Joshua Primo. I didn't like the pick when it happened. I never liked the pick. I tried to stay positive and be like, yeah, he's got potential, he's got potential, he's got potential. He sucked. He sucked. He showed just a little potential here and there, some defensive prowess. His shooting never, ever looked good with the Spurs. He was a good shooter in college. College ain't the same as the NBA. Rich, the Hogan rap was hilarious. I had no idea. Paisan, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, for those of you that, I think most of you know, I've plugged it a lot. I have a second channel called I Like Crap, which is a channel that's showcasing stuff that is generally crapped on. And last week we did the Hulk Hogan album, and it only felt appropriate. I was going to do a movie this week, or a TV show, but I was like, you know what? It's only appropriate we follow up the Hulk Hogan rap album from last week with this Friday's new episode will be the Macho Man Randy Savage's album. Ooh, yeah. Macho Man rapping left and right, dropping bars. Yes, we're going to do Macho Man's album Friday, and I'm going to finish the script tomorrow, get the audio clips ready, have it all done probably Thursday and uploaded. But how can I not do Macho Man's album as the follow-up to Hogan's album? So I'm excited for that one. Wemby 0 free throws, exactly. Bro, poor Cowboys fans. $450 million just to throw interceptions and get injured. Was it $450 million to Dak, or was it $250 million? It's too much either way. You know what though? Yup. After what happened to Chet Holmgren, if Wemmy's going to be in the paint less, granted Chet was hurt on the defensive play. You know what? If he's going to be safer out there in three-point land and making threes, then I'm okay with it. I don't root for the Jets because they suck. Suck more than the Bruce Willis song. Wait, is there a Bruce Willis album? Yes, R33. Fractured hip. Jalen Johnson, entire draft. I wonder if women can throw a proper spiral. Bro's hands are enormous. Maybe not. The Jets are as bad as the Giants, but the Jets haven't won anything in my entire lifetime. I at least have seen the Giants win 3 Super Bowls. I was not watching the NFL when they won their first one against the Broncos, but I did see their 4 Super Bowl appearances after that. Unfortunately, just sucked against the Ravens. But I've seen them win 3 times. I swear, I would rather be a Fox than a Wemby or a Chet. Those injuries will be brutal when they retire. Yeah, you aren't kidding. Falcon Lord Chet Holmgren's out at least 8 to 10 weeks. I think he's going to be reevaluated in 8 to 10 weeks. It's I don't know how to pronounce the word. Ilionic fracture in his hip. I'm sure I'm butchering it. It's not good. It is not good. It's not a hip replacement type of fracture like Bo Jackson had, but this is not good for him in his young career. And he's already had a William Shatner album? What? It was 250. Okay. No, Joshua, I thought it was, but I didn't know if that was an extension on top of something else that made it 450, so I was not sure. It was 4 years for 250 with, 95% of that being guaranteed? That was a horrible, horrible contract by Jerry Jones. Wemby was driving March, April, and was getting at least 5 to 6 free throws. Yeah, he was. The Macho Man promo he did when feuding against Hogan was legendary. No pukester to the left, no pukester to the right. Don't need him then, don't need him now. I just didn't know there's a William Shatner album. Listen, that was probably a great promo, but the greatest Macho Man promo of all time, in my opinion, is the cream of the crop, where he had, 5 creamers on him, and at one point even put one on his head. Perfection. Shatner sings exactly the same way you would expect. Oh, boy. Leonard Nimoy sings too? Eminem, why you look like Minix? No. Don't come here and say, why do I look like Minix? I'm 47 years old. I'm old enough to be Riley Minix's dad. Why does he look like me? I don't look like him. He looked like me. I was here first. 7 assists in April? Dang, yap. I didn't realize that. Shatner did an album with the Ben Folds 5 guy. Now, I'll tell you what won't be on that channel. I like crap. I'm a huge Metallica fan. Lola or Lulu or whatever the heck it is with the guy that died whose name escapes me, the collaboration, I did not like that. And Saint Anger won't be on there either. Did not like that crap at all. You as dead. I was waiting for somebody to say I was his dad. Just saying. I'm just saying Eminem. Some folks will say, TSR, you look like Riley Minix. I'm like, no. Spin that around. I was here first. Rich has some explaining to do about Minix. What are you talking about? Where was I 23 or 24 years ago? What state's he from? The St. Anger Snare R33 might be the worst snare sound in the history of music. I don't know what Metallica was thinking. I don't know what Bob Rock was thinking. I know they wanted to get kind of back to the roots, but they didn't have to sound like absolute trash in doing so. Third quarter starting. PC Gamer by default. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Spurs fan here for about 35 years and love having you guys hang out for the games. It's truly a pleasure to call games with you guys. And we have a foul on the Spurs. It's either on Wemby or Cat. It's on Wemby on DR and Fox. August, I think she's still in the USA. The game is back. Yes, I can do that.
Sucker!
Ernie, indeed. Let's get a Go Spurs go up. I don't think I've done one in a long time, and Fox is at the line for 2. Made the first one. Load was the last album I listened to because all the albums after that sucked. The Diehards? I did like some of them after that. I actually didn't like Load. I like some songs on Load. I like a couple songs on Reload, and quite frankly, I think if you took the best songs from Load and Reload and it was just one album, it'd be a good album, but it's not. It doesn't feel like Metallica either way. St. Anger is horrible, in my opinion. Wemby with the ball right now. Step back. Pass. Never mind. Thought I was going to take a 3. Let me focus on this for a moment. He had to Castle for 3. Off the rim, no good. Wemby with the tip, no good. Wemby gets it back, and then he throws it down!
Thunder! 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 Dome of Justice!
The sports critic is in the house. My man Amir is also a Giants fan, and the Giants stink. If you're an Orlando Magic fan or St. Louis Cardinals fan looking for somebody that does play-by-play on both, I don't think he covered the Cardinals much last season because they kind of sucked, didn't they? He is covering the Magic, though. If you're a Magic fan, make sure you check out his channel. Good dude. I've known him actually the whole time I've been on YouTube as TSR Sports. Spurs ball. Champagne for a corner 3. Good. All right, back to what I was talking about. St. Anger, horrible in my opinion. Death Magnetic, I thought, was pretty decent. Hardwired to Self-Destruct, also pretty good. And I like 72 Seasons. So their last 3 albums, there's some slower mid-rock, hard rock stuff, but there's a genuine few thrash songs. And if you're looking for, I would say, if you've checked out Metallica, there's one song you need to listen to. Castle for 3! Listen to Spit Out the Bone from Hardwired. Seriously. It sounds like it came off of an album that was in between Injustice for All and the Black Album. Spit Out the Bone. Check it out if you haven't. Let's focus on the game. 68-61, Spurs up by 7, 9:55 to go. And CP3 is going to get fouled. Sports critic, Daniel Jones is going to be gone after this season. Brian Dable probably going to be gone. I wouldn't be shocked if Joe Shane's going to be gone. Clean sweep. All of them. Gone. Siege. Castle's hitting some threes. Your favorite is Nothing. Are you nothing? Really? Nothing Else Matters? The wussiest song they've ever done? I'm sorry, man. I'm just trolling. I honestly don't like that song. CP3 for 3. Let's go! I don't know about Garth Brooks' alter ego. I could barely tell you anything about Garth Brooks. I know who he is. That's about it. Kings ball down by 10. 3 from the corner is no good by Murray, and it's Spurs ball. Okay, you like the lyrics. I mean, I'm thinking great Metallica songs. Fade to Black. I do like The Unforgiven from the Black Album. Battery. Wemby with the ball. Out to Champagne. Champagne, quick pull-up 3. No good. Seek and Destroy. The aforementioned Spit Out the Bone. I like Too Far Gone from the newest album. That's my favorite song from the newest album. It's catchy. It's heavy in parts, but it's catchy. Herder for 3, no good. Wemby with another board. Unforgiven is certainly great. 3Beard, what's going on? Wussy songs are okay every once in a while. Fair enough. The Giants are not getting Dak Prescott. No way, no how, not happening ever. CP3 drives, gets it to the paint. Gets it to Wemby. Wemby with a little jumper, goes in and out. Burger! He should have just dunked that. He's tall enough. Sabonis going to drive on Wemby. Knocks him over! That's a charge. I haven't listened to Metallica since before I started listening to albums, but I always like The Day That Never Comes Off, Death Magnetic. I like that song. My Friend of Misery, good one. Wait, with 10 boards, that's a double-double. We're not getting Dak Prescott, the prune. Wait, the Spurs are getting Dak? What? No, we're not. 10-point lead for the Spurs, just on the cusp of blowing this game open. Castle with the ball. Pull up from the elbow. A little short. De'Aaron Fox with the rebound. Fox sprints up the court. And CP3 ripped the ball out of his hands, and they're going to call a foul saying he hit the arm. I think he wants a replay. Let's take a look at that and see. They've been clean. Right, let him play. The Golden Tavern, all ball, baby. That Luka girlfriend ref is so pretty. That might be a clean steal. That's my first In-N-Out burger, Dwayne Johnson. What? We're going to timeout. We have a replay. The Spurs are challenging this. We'll see if they get it. I think Chris Paul may have gotten that. Not 100% sure, but I think that may have been a good steal. While we're waiting, Grogan wants to come up and say hi to you guys. He hasn't came up to the camera. It's a long way for him to go. Yeah. Look how cute Headband Grogu is. Headband Grogu. With his headband. Rocking the sexy headband. Yeah. I'm too sexy for my headband. Too sexy for my headband. So sexy it hurts. Metal Sports Stream. Who was your first favorite metal band? Oh, wow. Cell 77, my first favorite metal band was Quiet Riot. It was the first metal band I heard. The first metal album I ever bought was Metal Health. Metal Health, a.k.a. Bang Your Head, Come On, Feel the Noise, Slick Black Cadillac. Absolutely love that album, and it's the reason I became a musician. I want to learn how to play Metal Health, all 4 chords of it, and probably still one of my favorite albums to this day, Metal Health. Hope Spurs lose. Oh, Ramatari Frank, don't be like that. But if you're a Kings fan, then be like that. I've never had In-N-Out, by the way. Double-double for Wemby. 5. He still needs 5 more assists for the triple-double? That means he was at 5 at the beginning. Let's get some of the game. Do you mean this game?
Sucker!
I was never the biggest Priest fan, Road Trip, but I do like a lot of their songs, so I did end up getting their greatest hits. C3 holding up the nasty banner while Sohan is not playing. Okay. Somebody's got to. I don't know. I mean, Collins can get a little fiery out there. Right? Sometimes, maybe. Replay over. Successful challenge. I don't think Prince was metal. I'm just going to say. Come On Feel... Well, here's 3 Beards. Come On Feel the Noise was a cover by the band Slade. And then for their follow-up album, Condition Critical, Quiet Riot did another Slade cover called Mama, We're All Crazy Now. That cover nor that album were as successful as the prior album. Spurs ball on the successful challenge. And they're up by 10, looking to get that lead a little longer. Wemby in the paint, layup good. You think Wemby's going to go for 40 tonight, we max of football? What is he at, 24, 26? I like him to go for 40. He's at 20. That's a long ways away. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. 30-point game, yes. 40-point, probably not. Sabonis pull-up Jay from around the elbow, no good. Castle skies for the rebound, and he'll get it up to Chris Paul. CP3 running it. Gets it back to Castle. Over to Wemby. Corner 3. Ooh, that was ugly. Prince rock and roll, yes. Metal, no. Fox from the elbow, no good. Wemby with another board. MEC didn't get Wemby the ball in the paint. He's been hitting it from... A versatile Wemby, I think, is a good Wemby. Scoring in the paint and hitting some threes. When it's just one-dimensional, he's going to take a 3 now. Oh, That was an air ball. That I don't want to see. A rush 3. The field goal. The Kings have 0 field goals in the last 3.5 minutes, by the way. I don't think he's hitting 40. I really don't. Castle with an interception for Herter. Now Castle sprinting up the court. One-on-one with Fox. Gets it to Champagny. Champagny with the layup. It's good. Nice fast break by the Spurs. And the Kings with a timeout. Down by 14. Wemby probably bored getting boards. Somebody's got to do it, Aiken. Yeah, that 3 there playing, I didn't like that. That seemed a bit rushed, and the fact that it was an air ball confirms it's rushed. Turn around. Good commercial. 14-point lead indeed. That's what I fear. If Wemby makes it early, he'll be shooting a lot of threes in the third. He was making them. He had a bad corner 3, and then to follow that up with a rush 3, that's when I think you need to settle down and pump the brakes and shot selection. You know, he's still occasionally making bad decisions with his shots, and that's going to happen with a young player. It just is. As he develops throughout the years, that's going to lessen. Still 50% at 3, and he's still young. The sounding minutes on Stefan Castle's playing pretty good, Ernie. Yeah, he had a few mistakes. He's a rookie, going to happen. But overall, yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Stefan Castle this year. And he's only going to get better. And those of you that are excited about Stefan Castle, don't forget, and I said this last year about Wemby, I'm going to say about Castle now, this is the worst version of Castle we're going to see. He's only going to get better. Once his three-point shot develops and he can be consistent north of hopefully 36%, we've already seen his game inside the paint. He's shown a lot of defensive flashes. He's shown basketball IQ at times. This is the worst version, and we're already starting to like what we see. I'll take a 30-20 triple-double. Kai Parker, if I can see Sabonis stats, I'll give them to you. Sabonis, 7 of 13 from the field, over 2 from 3. He's got 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 personal fouls. Wemby right now has 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. Triple-double is not out of the question. Somebody mentioned a 40-point game. I don't think so. Wemby is 4 of 8 from 3. He was 4 of 6. He just missed his last 2. We are outscoring the Kings 15-6 right now in the third quarter. We usually have the third quarter blues. So far, it's been a good third quarter. It should be noted the Kings played and had an overtime game last night, so they're on a back-to-back. They could be starting to get a little tired. Next year, backcourt of Vassell and Castle, maybe. That's a very good chance. If Castle's ready to start as point guard, then yes. And that would be double pineapple power in our backcourt. 50% is 3rd in the East and 11th in the West, right? 50% win percentage, 3rd in the East and 11th in the West. Unbelievable. This is the worst version of Castle we will be. Ben Simmons, boy, that dude sucks. Boy, his career's just been derailed. Machine 78, good evening to you and Colin Dezen. And Zach, yes, first overall pick for the Giants. No one important. What's going on? We are winning. Yap, isn't Barnes' contract an option next year, or is he actually locked in with the Spurs next season? I don't remember. Spurs on a 10-0 run in the last 3:43, and we're going to have a foul in San Antonio. SJ, I like the emoji, by the way. Spurs 10-0 run, probably about to be ended if we have some free throws coming up. Not an option? Okay. Or not. We're not locked in. Need our core to stay healthy and keep developing. Alex, they were. And this is what kills me with this season is Jeremy Sohan was easily playing the best basketball of his career and gets derailed with that thumb injury. We finally started seeing Malachi Branham become that 3-level scorer he was in college. Sprains his ankle. It's like, really? The two of the 3 guys we drafted 2 years ago finally starting to play. Is it 3 years ago now? 21? 2 years ago. Are playing their best basketball, and they both get derailed by injuries. Come on. Kings miss. Spurs ball up by 14. 6:10 to go. CP3 out in three-point land. Got Sabonis on him. He's just going to take the 3. Nope. Loose ball's going to get knocked into the audience, and that was by DeRozan. It's going to be Spurs ball. Ben Simmons, the next great Laker. By the way, I have not asked for the thumbs up in a while. If you've not hit the thumbs up yet, we'd like to get at least to 150. We are actually past that. Let me phrase that. like to get at least to 200, so if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious, and it looks like this. Barnes gets in the paint and blows the easy layup. Oh, dang. I love the super team trend dying. Hated it to begin with. Doug McDermott goes baseline. Instead, we'll pass it out to Fox for 3. No good. The Kings can't make a field goal. They haven't made a field goal in the last 5 minutes. The Kings have not made a field goal in the last 5 minutes. Think about that. That's not good. I mean, duh. Champagne needs to step out of bounds. Oh, my God. How do we keep stepping out of bounds? Second time tonight. No one important. No idea what's going on with Pop. And thank you, Bart. Right now, all we know is Pop is out indefinitely. That's all we got. Champagne's improved. I would agree. He won't be in the starting lineup once Sohan's back. Yeah, that Bulls pick, Dennis, is top 10 protected. We have our first round pick. We have the Hawks unprotected pick. Castle just fouled DeRozan on a 2-point shot. We have the Hornets lottery protected pick, and then the Bulls pick you just mentioned, I think, is top 10 protected. Toby Vassell has not scored. I don't know what's going on with him, and we have another replay? We're checking to see if that's a flagrant. Is this not giving a clear pass to land? That's a thing in the NBA now. If you impede the shooter's ability to land. DeRozan jumped forward into Castle's spot. That should not be a flagrant. Just my 2 cents. 11th. All right, Dennis, thank you. He did jump forward, Tax. He absolutely did. Castle's going for the block. Did step up a little bit, but DeRozan jumping forward is what caused the contact. They did actually, I did both kind of jump forward. I don't think it should be a flagrant. Who the heck knows these days? I don't. Darren, yeah, and be quite honest, we don't want all 4 picks next year. We'd have to cut a lot of players off the roster to sign all those guys. Incidental sounds good, Zach. I like your train of thought. The officials are done reviewing it already. Well, now they're reviewing once themselves. Never mind. Or I don't know. Common foul. 2 shots for DeRozan. Non-flagrant. I was going to say, I mean, that wasn't... Nothing egregious about that. Dougie, yes, Doug McDermott playing for the Kings, as well as Trey Lyles. And look, there it is. There's the Spurs trifecta. DeRozan, Lyles, and McDermott, all former San Antonio Spurs. Let's go. The Charlotte pick is impossible to get. Charlotte will never finish in the top 15s of NBA. I hate to be that guy, but I'm rooting for the Hawks to stink. Their pick's unprotected. I mean, can you imagine if just an ultimate Spurs dream, and this we wouldn't be able to handle the cap many years from now. But imagine if the Spurs, with their own pick and the Hawks pick, get the first and second pick in the draft. We would not be able to hold on to all those players over the long haul, but for a brief moment in time, holy crap. Greco, I think they're tired. Oh, I turned it up just for a moment, KSH, so I could hear what they said. I turned it back down. I agree, lights out. Jamal, I'm glad. Well, I mean, my girlfriend's a huge UConn fan, so she loves seeing Castle play for the Spurs. So I was happy in that regards. It felt like he was probably the best player available at 4, so I wasn't upset with the pick. But now that I can actually see him play, more and more I like the pick. Just got to work on his outside shooting, that's all. Like most of our team. Keldon is at the paint, out to Castle. Fakes the 3, takes off, back to Keldon. Keldon's going to get into the paint. And very awkward, tough layup. Offensive foul on Keldon. Get him for the charge. Giving Lane a little time. Yeah, that's a charge. Trey Lyles was very much set. He was outside the key. That's a foul on Kelvin. 14th turnover. We slowed down a little in the third quarter. I mean, look, I'm a biased Spurs fan on who I'm rooting for, but I'm not going to be biased on the calls. Clearly a charge on Kelvin. DeRozan turned around good. Back to a 10-point game. I did not see that game knowing important, but I heard it was good. OKC without Cheddar ahead by 16. Dang. Castle into the paint, misses a shot, gets his own miss, and then loses the ball. Shoot. That's another turnover, I believe. Ellis for 3. Wow, that was awful. Trey Lyles gets the loose ball to get to Sabonis. Sabonis versus Kelvin. That's a mismatch. Big time. Sabonis in the paint. Spin around layup. Good. It's an 8-point game. And when Wemby comes out, the Pussycats, go Spurs, go. Do you? Let's get a go Spurs, go up. Like Wesley's checking it for Stephon Castle. Spurs, do not let them back into the game. Well, I mean, they're in the game with 8 points, but don't let them make a huge run. Champagny also checking in for the Spurs. All right, Shay. Yeah, Vassell still at 0, right? Has Devin not scored tonight? He's got the ball right now. Got Ellis on him. No, he has not scored. He turned the ball over. We are collapsing at the end of this. We're collapsing without Wemby. DeRozan pull up in the paint. Off the rim, no good. Keldon Skies for the rebound. Almost stepped out of bounds, but he did not. 3.5 minutes to go. KJ will bring it up. That was his first rebound I just heard. Gets into the post against Doug McDermott. Dougie can't play defense. Don't pass it out. Gets it back to Devin. Devin's now got Dougie on him. Pulls up for a J. Bounces off the rim. No good. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it was off a Kings player. Spurs ball. We have not scored for 3 minutes? Good grief. I mean, for folks that say, even with Wemby struggling, he's holding the offense back. Just look at tonight. Devin 0 for 2. Wow. You get the ball into Devin. Over to Zach Collins. Back to Devin. Over to Champagny. Champagny back to Devin for 3. There we go. Vassell's on fire. 13. Tracy, that's his first score this quarter. He's got 3. 3. They can hear me. Forget them. They can. Trey Lyle's going to drive. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Champagny with the rebound. Gets it to Devin. Devin's going to bring it up the court. He just needs to make one shot, and that'll get him going. Devin, step back 3. 1,001! He just needs to make one, I guess. He was scoreless all night. Back-to-back threes, and now an and one on a 3. What? Invisible all night. I'm telling you, they're listening. They are listening. Free throw, good. And just like that, he's got 7 points. In what, the last minute? I guess that's a Devin Vassell we're going to get this year. He's going to miss some shots, and then once he makes one, he's going to be on fire. Fox from the elbow, good. And we just got 69. Devin Vassell's first game back, the other night, he missed his first 3 shots, and then he hit his, next 7? Blake Wesley out in three-point land. 12 on the shot clock, starts to drive, gets to Devin. Devin with the hot hand right now. 8 on the shot clock, guarded by Doug McDermott. That's a mismatch. Takes off. Crossover, into the post. And shot clock violation. All right, that was maybe the best play there. 13-point game. Take Collins out, please. Vinny Canini, good evening to you. And Wemby's coming back. So see, they're watching the chat in San Antonio. Mitch Johnson's watching it. Pop's probably watching it from his house. We're affecting the game. We directly are affecting the game. Wemby's the leading scorer, no one important. We also have 17 turnovers, which is awful. Thank you, Veronica. She has smashed that like button, everyone. Yes, we're trying to get to 200. I have no idea where we are. So bonus to Fox. Fox out in three-point land against Wemby. Oh, geez. I can't believe he passed it to Sabonis. They go around the world to find Dougie open for three. No good. Sabonis with the offensive rebound. Minute and a half to go, 82-69. Sabonis with a nice spin move in the paint. Gets double-teamed. And the ball is stuck. The ball is stuck between the backboard and the rim on the layup attempt. That's going to be a jump ball. TSR, do you believe the Chiefs are frauds after finding out they're really... I don't know what's going on there with that. Help from the refs. I have no idea with that one. Aren't they like 8-0? Jump ball at center court. Wemby and Sabonis. Whoa, my clock is still running. Sorry. Champagne's got a team high plus 26. Dang, Dan. Wemby easy wins the jump ball. 13-point lead, a nice lead for the Spurs here in the third quarter. Blake Wesley's going to drive to the rim. Passes it out to Champagne. Over to Vassell. Vassell straight up three. Off the rim, no good. We're almost correct with the clock. De'Aaron Fox into the paint. Going to get fouled. All right. Hey, we're up by 13. No epic third quarter collapse. That's all we asked for, right? I shouldn't say anything. Somebody could go on a Tracy McGrady or Reggie Miller-ish end at the end, a run at the end. Yes, he does, Fletcher Sis. Why are players on the defending team called defenders, but those on offense are not called Miguel? Good point. Blake Wesley back out, and he is not done much tonight. Very quiet tonight. CP3 checking back in for the Spurs. And Fox makes them both. 82-71. They're defending them well, Greco. Benjamin, yes. Win the game for sure. And Borgathan, that's a fact. Wemby into the paint. Off glass. Good. He's got, what, 22 tonight? Legit shot at a 30-point double-double. De'Aaron Fox with the ball. Nice pass to McLaughlin. Back to Sabonis. Back to McLaughlin. Over to Ellis. Ellis in the paint. Takes it at Wemby. Throws up a very awkward layup. No good. Vassell with the rebound. And we can 2 for 1 here. Up by 13. Vassell, quick pull-up 3. No good. Sabonis with the rebound. I mean, we're trying to 2 for 1. Don't hate that shot. There's about a 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Wemby's got 22 or 24. I think he's got 22. Fox is going to take off, pull up Jay in the paint. No good. Wow, he cannot make his shots. Spurs can hold. 3 Beards, I expect many of those. Wemby with the ball. A running 3. Air ball! I don't know if I like that shot. There's still a couple seconds on the clock. That was an ugly shot. Half court 3 is off the rim, but no good. Dennis, are we at 46%? That Wemby 3 was... I don't know about that one, guys. That one was bad. That one was really bad. Wembricks. Tracy's been good most of the night. His last 3 threes have not been so good. So maybe chill on the 3 a little bit. Make a few 2s. Get your rhythm back. And then, if the 3-point shot's there. But don't force it. Wemby making an air ball a la Dirk shot. Big. I hope. I want to get as close, one game closer to 500. Wemby, no, on himself. That last 2 was some Lamelo Ball-ish. Nice. Except Lamelo hits those. KC TV channel. The King. Well, listen. If you're a Kings fan and you see that you're down by 13, you're saying, how is my team losing to these Spurs? The Spurs aren't as bad as their record. They have a lot of injuries they're dealing with. The Kings also played last night, and played an overtime game. So they might be getting a little tired. Angie, good evening to you. Oh, no, Angie, all good. No apologies necessary whatsoever. 22 more likes to hit 200. We haven't gotten to 200 yet. Well, what are we waiting for? Thumbs up, please. You know what? If you're an official if you want to be an official sponsor of TSR Sports, that's all you need to do is hit the thumbs up.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
I saw somebody put "stop jinxing it" in the chat. You guys realize that I'm the San Antonio Spurs curse. The Spurs have had 5 losing seasons in a row, and I've been calling the Spurs the last 5 years. Obviously, I'm kidding. I don't think I am. I hope I'm not a curse. Hopefully, we are not a curse on this channel, but the Spurs have only been a losing team the time this channel has been on. Penalty, what's going on? Last year was the third quarter. Now we fear the fourth quarter. I fear any quarter. Lights out. The East is terrible. They are terrible. 84-71, fourth quarter on the way. Champagne, Wemby, Paul, Mamakelish-Veli, and Johnson. Interesting lineup we're going with to start the fourth. Lyles, Herter, Fox, Murray, and DeRozan. 2 former Spurs in the lineup for the Kings in DeRozan and Lyles. Doug McDermott is also on the Kings, if you did not know. Spurs will start off. Wemby will drop it off to Kellen. Kellen drives in the paint. Little jumper is in and out. Out of bounds and Kings ball. Steven Z with the $2 super chat says, "Let's go Spurs." Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Go Spurs, go to you. Players, good evening. Giselle, good evening. Thank you for coming in. Go Spurs, go to you both. Or if you're a Kings fan, thank you for being here. But you just said Spurs, so never mind. You're both Spurs fans. Missed by the Kings. Spurs ball. Keldon with the rebound. CP3 will bring it up for our Spurs. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Looking to get it to Mamu. Mamu back to CP3. 11 on the clock. Into Keldon. Keldon guarded by De'Aaron Fox. Should be able to muscle him back a little bit. 4 on the shot clock. Keldon still has it. Gets into the paint. The runner is going to be no good. Thank you, no one important. 84-71 and a miss by the Kings. Neither team has scored yet in the fourth quarter. Chris Paul way on three-point land. Takes off. Gets it out to Champagne for 3. No good. Long rebound goes to CP3. The tip by Wemby. Out to Wemby. Wemby's going to take a 3. All right. Sorry, he was 0 for his last 3, and they were looking bad, but he made that 3. Well, Justin, that is true. I did miss the Tim Duncan Triple Towers era, the Big 3 era. Oh, there's no YouTube during the Twin Towers era. DeRozan for 2 in the paint and 1. But yes, they have gotten Wemby, so good things are coming in the future. We have good things now, but we're going to be a little consistent as a young team. Roy Garza said he's a curse. Good evening, Roy. Listen, I know some Spurs fans are upset with the Detroit loss. Not Detroit loss. The Utah loss. I was thinking of a bad team, and Detroit came to mind. We are missing Jeremy Sohan, Trey Jones, Malachi Branham, and Pop right now. And Devin Vassell's just coming back from injury. DeRozan missed a free throw. We have not been at full strength at any point this year. And we already have 4 wins. And I know you might be like, already 4 wins. We got our fourth win, December 15th last year? Way ahead of schedule. That's another turnover for the Spurs, though. Fast break and an easy dunk for Keegan Murray. Johnson's calling a timeout. B-Town Breakdown. It has been a while, my friend. How are we doing? B-Town Breakdown. It's good to see you. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit your fist with a bunch of them. Check it out. Wemby still at 0 free throws. Bobby, hope you're doing well. Congratulations with everything. And Bobby, I was going to plug your channel, but are you pretty much retired from YouTube? I know you've been kind of in and out the last half year. I know you came back for the Patriots briefly, but life always more important than YouTube. And I just got a feeling that life is, you have so many things going on. It's now taking a back seat, and I get that. Brandon Boston, good evening to you. Did you see Dougie locking us up earlier? Where was that? What was Dougie playing some good defense? Hit that Triple H. All right, Brandon. Just for you.
Sucker!
Big Mikey head. Woo! Little Mikey with the big Mikey. Woo! Wemby from 3 tonight is... He's 5 of 10. 10's a lot of three-point shots, but he is shooting 50%. He's got 12 boards. He's not getting the triple-double, guys, barring a miracle. He has 5 assists. He had those same 5 assists in the first half. I doubt he's getting 5 assists here in the fourth quarter. Not impossible. Not likely. Kings down by 12. We're in a timeout in a very winnable game for the Spurs to get them to 5 and 6. And looking at the Spurs schedule coming up, we got the 200 thumbs up. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you. Do we have some winnable games coming up? I'll be live for every game, of course, with you guys. We play the Wizards on Wednesday. That's winnable. And that'll be Wemby versus Alex Sarr. I'm excited for that. First time I've ever said I'm excited to see the Wizards play. So we can win tonight, clearly. We got the Wizards. We could get to 500. We got the Lakers on Friday and the Mavericks on Saturday. We got a back-to-back. Lakers Friday, Mavericks Saturday. We'll be doing a giveaway in the Lakers game. If we can split those, I'd be happy. And we play the Thunder next week. I thought it was this week. We play the Thunder next Tuesday, November 19th. That is televised. Unfortunately for the NBA, unfortunately for fans everywhere, we will not see round 2 of Chemby. Chet Holmgren out a minimum of 8 to 10 weeks with his right hip fracture. It sucks. Hope to see him out on the court again soon against our Spurs because I really love the Holmgren-Wembanyama rivalry. A big weekend as well for fighting fans. Friday night, Tyson and one of the Pauls, I forgot which one it is. It said it starts at 8. Hopefully the event starts at 8, but the actual boxing match doesn't start till after 10 because I want to watch that live. And then there's a UFC Saturday night, John Jones versus Miocic. Oof, there's an 8:30 Spurs game, so I won't be done till 11. Might be going to Hooters late that night. I don't know. We'll see. Game is back. 12-point game. Thank you all for being here. Been good, brother. Coming off 6 months cancer, starting to get into wedding planning. Life is all good, brother. Also is given the all clear to start trying to expect. Oh, Bobby, yeah, you are so busy. CP3 hits a bucket. So, yeah, you are, yeah. Congratulations on everything, man. Glaze and Bacon, I didn't get the notification TSR, but hey, we up 12. Well, thank you for stopping in regardless. We are up 12. Darren Fox going to drive in the paint. Blocked by Wemby.
Not in my house.
And then they get it back to Wemby. He zips it over to Mamu. Mamu with the corner 3. Biggest lead of the game, is it not? We're up by 17 now. I don't have a Twin Peaks around here. No one important. I don't even know what that is. It sounds like big, unless you're talking about the TV show. Wemby with his 3rd block in the game, leading the league in blocks right now. It's a very winnable game for the Spurs. Trey Lyles for 3. Nah, Trey. Former Spur. The Dodgers, I thought he was going to dunk it. He's now 4 assists away from a triple-double. Maybe he can get it. Run the point. Point Wemby. Chris Paul for 3. No good. Kevin Huerter with the rebound. 14-point game. Under 9 minutes to go. They get it to Trey Lyles. Lyles back to Huerter for 3. No good. Mama with the rebound. Or Mama with the tip to Barnes. And he'll bring it up for the Spurs. Barnes pick and roll with Castle. Nope, never mind. Barnes now drives to the paint. Gets triple team, gets it to Castle. Castle out to Mamu. Mamu for 3. Sandro Mamukelashvili in the house. 3rd 3 of the night. Timeout Kings with 8:19 to go. TSR life is busy right now. YouTube just has fallen so far down the priority list. I do miss it, but just don't have time. Bobby, I totally get it. I mean, listen, life comes first. And unfortunately with YouTube, if you take too much time, you already know, if you take time off from YouTube, you get penalized because you drop out of the algorithm. If you're getting married and going to have kids, then YouTube is not even on the radar. It's not that it dropped down, it's off the radar. You had a great run, you got to 5,000 subscribers, if you decide to hang them up, I wouldn't blame you. It's not like you can come be a guest on this channel at some point. Maybe we could do like a game together. We should do a Yankees-Red Sox game. We really should. Sometime next year. We should do a Yankees game together. Even if you're off YouTube, like your channel, you've called it a day, you're still welcome to come on mine and do a play-by-play with me. I think that we've talked about it. We didn't do it this year. We should really try next year. Jason, Okay, then. All right. Juan, good evening to you. You know what? The Kings are coming off a back-to-back. It's Tyson and Jake Paul. Thank you. I have a feeling the Kings may wave the white flag and put their backups in. I'm fortunate to work 7 on and 7 off. It's like a vacation every other. That's interesting. Michael, are you in the medical field? It's an interesting schedule. The fight is Friday night, no one important. And I'm not going to lie, I want to see Tyson knock him out. I thought about going live for it, but if we're going to be live for the Spurs-Lakers from 7:30 to 10, we're not a boxing channel either. We've never covered boxing on this channel. It wouldn't make sense to do it now, so I'll just probably watch it. Would I shoot a reaction to it? I don't know. Would Miss TSR watch it with me? I don't know. But I will watch either live or watch it on a replay. This Coyote ghillie suit role play is questionable. I don't see it. I see commercials. Coyotes in a ghillie suit? Push the pace, yes. Push Bacani. We can win this. Fight is Friday, yes, Steven Z. Both at the same time. You know, I actually could do that, no one important. I could watch the fight while watching the Spurs game. Not a bad idea. I did that with the Yankees in the World Series. I had the Spurs on here and had a second TV on here with the World Series. Raymond, does he? He's there watching with you regardless. He is. All right, Bobby. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, Mamu hitting that 3 was huge, but yeah, Wemby had a huge dunk lined up. Kokoshibo, Wemby has a line of 25, 13, and 6. He needs 4 more assists for a triple-double. DeMar in the paint, pulls up, no good. And I got to think the Kings are getting close to pulling their guys. Probably going to give it a couple more minutes. If the Spurs keep extending this lead, then they're going to throw in the towel. Throw in the damn towel! Wemby with the ball at the free throw line. 1-on-1 with Sabonis. Spins around. Kicks it out to Castle for 3. In and out. DeRozan will bring up the loose ball. He's definitely not getting a quadruple-double. No way. Cook. I make stuff. I'll make Italian food, or I'm not really a good cook. DeRozan pull up Jay. No good. Over the backboard. Going to roll off. Roll out of bounds. Spurs ball. Bible English, he did. He had 1 rebound in the first quarter. 1. Bulls are literally trying to lose at the Cavs. They want their picnics. Of course they do. Meantime, breaking on the Spurs have been dealing with injuries all year. Devin Vassell just came back from an injury. Jeremy Sohan's out with injury. Trey Jones is out. Malachi Branham's out. Pop is out with his illness or whatever he's got. Wemby pull up from the elbow, good. We haven't had the team complete for even 1 minute this year. So all things considered, and they're going to win tonight barring something crazy happening. They'll be 5-6. A very winnable game Wednesday. They'll be 500. I said they'd be a fringe playing team this year. I think that's where they're going to be. If they were in the Eastern Conference, they'd be like, what, 4th? That's a miss by the Kings. Rebound to Sabonis. Out to Fox. Fox going to take a 3. A 16-point game. Tyson and RuPaul. Does Wemby almost have 30? And a foul on De'Aaron Fox. 97-81, 6:35 to go, and Wemby has 27. That's why you're saying get the 3-piece. Okay. Put in City. He's not coming in. Do we have double pineapple? Vassell and Castle. Double pineapple power in the house. Castle gets it to Wemby. Wemby to Vassell. Vassell's going to drive in the paint. Throws up a shot. No good. Going to get fouled. Going to go to the line for 2. Ace to 1. I think he's got 7. He's got 7. He's going to the line for 2 right now. Foreign Spurs record now 12th place. We're going to be 5-6 after this, Benjamin. I think we're going to win this one. We should win this one. 97-81. Vassell's first free throw is... bounces around and goes in. Can we hold them under 100? Yes. David? Nope. That is Selena Gomez. from like 10 years ago, which may be why you don't recognize her, because she does look significantly different. And she's older now, too. And not wearing a Spurs jersey. Wemby has checked out, and he might not come back. You're right. It wouldn't make sense. What's up, Jose from the Philippines? Thank you for stopping in. 18-point game. The Kings played last night, so we don't want to get carried away. But still, we're winning. And it's nice to see the Spurs back on the winning side of things. Trey Lyles into Sabonis. Sabonis muscling up on Collins and missed the layup, but got the put back. Pineapple, banana. Who's the banana? That was Collins the banana? Sounds about right. Oh, what? 5-leg? What? Collins in the paint. Misses the layup. Yes, the threat of the cell is helping Wemby significantly. And De'Aaron Fox drives by everybody and gets to dunk in the paint. Well, it's a 14-point game. Kings trying to take one more push. Greco, I did watch that Chet Holmgren injury. I heard about it. And threw on NBA League Pass and fast forward to the game to that point, the Thunder game last night. It was ugly. He's going to be out at least 8 to 10 weeks, probably longer. I feel really bad for him. The dude tore his ACL. Cullen for 3! Is that the dagger? Is that the dagger the Kings going to throw in the towel? But the Holmgren injury looked bad, and it is bad. DeRozan pull up in the paint. Good. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a TV show. My bad. Banana is a Wemby wet banana. All right, yes, sir. Steve, thank you. A spleen. I don't know what's changed. And Flector says Chet Holmgren could be done for the year. And yes, please don't post the scores. If I haven't called it, it hasn't happened yet. If you keep posting scores, we're going to have people start timing you out. But sell for 3, good. So there's the warning. If you put the score in the chat, you're going to get timed out. So please do not put that in there anymore, because you guys are going to be a little ahead of me. I stream this on my Roku, and unfortunately, there is a delay. De'Aaron Fox jumper good. And we're at a timeout. 16-point game. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. Vassell's going to help unlock Wemby. I mean, he's our second best scorer by far, and our most polished scorer. That's going to help Victor for sure. How will Chet go? He won't. 105-89, and our Spurs are likely going to win this game and get to 5-6. I'm actually excited about the Wizards game because I want to see Alexander Sarr versus Victor Wembanyama. That's a winnable, very winnable game. Of course, the Jazz game was winnable. But we should improve to 6-6. Our Rookie of the Year Castle? I hope so. Ernie did good. I don't think Devin looks hurt. He's looked all right. Veronica, thank you for that. She says, spike that like button. Show Rich love. Appreciate that. Working hard here. It turns out, guys, for those of you that weren't here earlier, I looked around with Miss TSR. We're the only channel that calls Spurs games live. There's a plethora of channels that stream a scoreboard. It's just a scoreboard with music. There's apparently a lot of channels that do that. I guess that's a thing. You just put up a scoreboard and let the stream go for 5 or 6 hours. I don't know. Not my thing. I never want to do that. I actually want to talk to people. I want to, engage with the community. But as far as actually calling the game, I was shocked to see even with Wemby on the team, we're the only ones. Now, people call the Spurs when they play the Warriors or Lakers, the popular teams in the NBA. But I can't believe nobody, I don't know. I got a Roku from last year, the 4K one. I don't know what. You hate the scoreboard streams? They do well, though. Thank you, Chris. I was actually shocked, Aiden. I was shocked with Miss TSR, and I'm not going to lie, it was depressing. I was a little bummed out. That's the way I found the Kings, that there's a scoreboard channel that actually pulls in similar numbers to what we pull in. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I work really hard here. Well, yeah, I do. But they're a bigger channel. They have like 75,000 subscribers. They're pulling in fans from both teams, where we do pull in the opposition teams sometimes, but it's mostly Spurs. But you know what? I don't care, because I have fun doing it, and I love hanging out with you guys for the Spurs. And Wemby with an ugly-looking 3. Wemby's back in the game. By the way, Wemby's back. Oh, yeah, he's back. I enjoy watching games with my girlfriend, and that's the most important thing, having fun and rooting for your team. De'Aaron Fox with the ball, guarded by Kellen. Out to Sabonis. Sabonis for 3. It's now 13 points. Oh. Ethan, good evening to you. Thank you for coming in. TSR owns an illegal monopoly in the lot. I'm surprised nobody else calls the Spurs live. SSPN, Clan the Spurs fan, none of those, none of those guys call it live. Vassell drives in the paint. Hard foul, no whistle. All right, whatever, let him play. Ellis back to DeRozan. To Ellis for 3. No good. Chris Paul with the rebound. Go clock, go. Why is Wemby back? I don't know. Three for Wemby. Medicare guy says, keep it up. We enjoy you, not some lame scoreboard. That means actually a lot to me, you guys. De'Aaron Fox drives in the paint. Misses the layup, but the putback by Sabonis is good. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. That actually means more to me than you'll ever know. I'm glad you got it. It does. Thank you. And Baby Coyote likes it too. He's going to give you all a boop. Boop. Thank you, David. And one thing a lame scoreboard channel can't do is do giveaways every week, which we're going to do coming soon. Probably this Friday, we're going to give away something Tim Duncan related. I'll put it up in the chat Thursday, and then it'll be a live trivia Friday night. Miss TSR should be here. And I'm actually really enjoying the giveaways. July 26th, the channel won it the other day. The ball went out of bounds, and I'm not sure who it's off. Maybe DeRozan? But he got his Baby Coyote tonight. Well, actually, it's Kings balling. They're down by 14. Fox with the runner. They're down by 12. Octane, no comment on that. I don't want to knock anybody. I don't want to knock anybody. Foul on Castle. What I only want to do is focus on our channel. And that's we're going to have fun. We're going to be a Spurs community. And we always want to focus about just being the Spurs and talking about our Spurs. That's why we don't do Patreon memberships, sponsorships. I want this to stay a fun, love our team, Go Spurs Go channel. Definitely, we're never going to promote gambling here. And I don't know if the other person you mentioned does, but you guys know that's a pet peeve of mine on YouTube. Chris Paul with the runner, I can't stand promoting gambling. It's like, why? There's so many better things you could be promoting on your channel. Ellis for 3. No good. Wemby with the rebound and foul on the Kings. It's been it. Hummer, this is a good game for us. 20 more likes to 250. What are we waiting for? If you want to be an official sponsor of TSR Sports for free, show them how it's done, Pop. I have seen the HEB commercial, David. I did. I finally saw that. My chess team just traded you. Can you do that? Black Panther, Carlos. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Good evening. Rich reminded the guy named Jambo. Who played the best? Joshua Burns. I got to talk to you. So me and Miss TSR, free throw by Wemby's good. He's at the line for 2. Me and Miss TSR were looking around YouTube. And we came across Sean Elliott and Bill Land's reaction to the Joshua Primo draft pick. And in the comments, there was a Joshua Burns with numbers after his name, so I don't know if it's you, but it said, I like this pick. I'm getting his jersey. Was that you? And I'm not trying to pick on you, but did you get a Primo jersey? Wemby with 32 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 blocks. Hell of a game for Wemby. The Kings still have their main guys in with a minute and a half to go. They're down by 16. All right. Sabonis into the paint. Loses out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Kings. Oh, okay, Ethan. Carlos, I didn't see you, man. I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional, but thank you for stopping in. Glad to see you. And Carlos, since you're just coming in, I announced it just a little before you came in. The next giveaway is Friday night, Spurs versus the Lakers, and we'll be giving away a Tim Duncan item. Yeah, Wemby's got to come out. Free J says, promoting gambling makes more money. He's selling... Oh. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I mean... David, I don't think I am. I don't want to take a chance. Thank you, Ethan. Yeah, McLobe, we were playing the Lakers. Oh, Free J, there's so many channels reporting on the Spurs now. There's absolutely a ton. They're reporting on Wemby, more so than the Spurs. Ethan with the $1 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And thank you for your support. And Joshua did answer. Yeah, if you recall, I was being out to because his name was Joshua, like myself, and I thought Primo was a cool name for a jersey for. Okay, Caesar goes for his go to you. Yeah, Joshua, that I hate that draft. I hate the 2021 draft. Yeah, Primo and Wieskamp. I hate that draft to no end. I hate it when a video is 10 minutes long and 4 minutes of it as a sponsor. Well, I'm going to tell you guys a little trick. Cat's out of the bag for all YouTubers. You may have noticed a lot of the TSR Sports videos. Some are over 8 minutes. A lot are under 8 minutes. I don't care how long they are. But there are a lot of YouTubers, and I'm not saying that person does because I don't know. I don't watch their content. I have no idea how long their videos are. But you get more ad revenue if your videos are over 8 minutes long. Well, it's YouTube secret. I'm actually going to let you guys know. YouTube plays a second ad on videos if they're 8 minutes long. If they're under 8 minutes, you only get one ad roll. Little tip. So if you constantly see some of these videos are just slightly over 8 minutes, they're milking the clock so they can get the extra ad revenue. So cat's out of the bag. But I'll also let you guys know if you're a YouTuber yourself and you're looking to make more money, get your videos over 8 minutes. Stefan Castle drives in the paint. Awkward looking layup, no good, but Wemby with the follow-up dunk.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Why is Wemby still in there? He's coming out now. He's coming out now. TSR has that brand loyalty. Look, I'm actually, you know what? I'm letting you guys know. If you have a YouTube channel and you're looking to make ad revenue, you're going to make more ad revenue 8 minutes over. I have nothing to hide. I don't see ads because I have YouTube Red, but I hate it when the creator spends a lot of time plugging the sponsor. That is a pet peeve of mine too, Biscuit Buddy. I hate sponsorships with a passion. When I hear like 1 minute to the video and I get the but first, and then it's a 2 or 3 minute ad by the sponsor. And what makes it worse is when the channel has a sponsor that has nothing to do with their product. And I've mentioned this before. A big example for me is the Spurs are going to win tonight. Is I was watching a Magic the Gathering channel that was sponsored by like an electric razor, and the dude doing it had a beard. You clearly don't use the product. How are you going to tell me to use it? Charles Bassey with a bucket. Charles Bassey with a bucket. Edgar, go Spurs, go indeed. Let him pad his stats. I don't want him to get hurt though. And a turnover. Spurs are going to win. Obviously. 20-point win for our Spurs tonight. Please do not think I'm throwing any shade at any channels. Shade. I didn't say SHT. It sounded like SH18. People can do whatever they want on YouTube. But I'll let you know the secrets. Especially if you become a YouTuber. And I... Well, that was your name. Zineb, go Spurs, go. Thank you for stopping it. By the way, if you guys are heading out, please hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does still help the channel. That being said, we got some stats to go over. We got a lot of stats to go over because Wemby had a monster night with 34 points tonight. That's a good win. To the Kings fans, good game. You guys are coming off a back-to-back and clearly ran a juice at the end of the game, but not going to use that as an excuse. The Spurs played well tonight, and they're better than their record. They're 5-6 now, and they can get to 6-6 versus the Wizards. Let's go. I appreciate your support, by the way, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I really enjoy doing this. I hope I Like Crap eventually gets, to something special. What that is, I don't know. Because I'd like to live stream at some point on that channel, but I really want to get at least 1,000 subscribers first. But let's focus on tonight's game. Spurs with a good second half. We outscored the Kings 56-41. Wow. Improved to 5-6, 4-2 at home. For the Kings, Sabonis had a huge game. 23 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 11 of 19 from the field. Actually, the Kings had 3 guys with over 20 points. DeMar DeRozan with 21 points against his old team. 8 rebounds and 6 assists, a steal and 2 blocks. No turnovers. DeRozan was great tonight. Keegan Murray, not a good game. 2 of 7 from the field, 5 points. De'Aaron Fox, 24 points on 9 of 19 shooting. And Kevin Huerter with a rough night. 2 points, 1 of 7, 0 for 5 from 3. Huerter was hurting. Off the bench for the Kings, former Spur Trey Lyles with 8 points. Dougie McDermott, also former Spur, with 5. We had Len, Jones, and Jones. What? There's an I Jones, an M Jones, and a C Jones for the Kings. They all had 0. McLaughlin with 5 and Ellis with 3. For San Antonio Spurs, Champagnie with 13 and 6 boards. Barnes with 10 points and 5 boards versus his former team in the Kings. Victor Wembanyama, 34 points on 13 of 22 shooting. 6 of 12 from beyond the arc. I was happy with most of his shots. There were a couple that were ugly. There was an absolutely atrocious runner that was not even close. And then he had an air ball, and then he had a corner 3 that was pretty ugly. But overall, he's 6 of 12. That's 50%. I can't complain. Only got to the line twice. 14 boards, 6 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and 3 turnovers. I think he had 2 or 3 in the first half, so that's actually pretty solid. That's a great game by Wemby. Season high 34. Has really turned a corner as of late. Chris Paul with 12 points, 11 assists, and only 1 turnover. That's an absolutely fantastic assist-to-turnover ratio, 11-1. And Stephon Castle starting again. Struggled with a shot tonight. 10 points, 4 of 11 from the field. Was playing some defense. Had 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers. Not showing up in the stat column, but he definitely had some solid defensive moments. Off the bench, Zach Collins, 3 points. Mamu with 9, including 3 threes. Kellen Johnson with 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Charles Bassey hit 1 bucket in his 2 minutes and also got a steal. Devasel, 3 of 9 from the field, but he started off like 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 and hit a couple big threes. Finished from 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. 12 points and 4 assists for Devin. Probably be back in the starting lineup. I would think either, I'm going to say Friday against the Lakers. I don't think he'll be back in the starting lineup against the Wizards. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, by the way. We'll be live for that. Probably then. And then City Sissoko played a minute and had zeros. And Blake Wesley, I don't know, man. He's so up and down. He played 11 minutes and had 1 rebound and 2 turnovers. Never got a shot off. Never got an assist. And he played backup point guard. He was not good tonight. Not good at all. There's moments where I'm like, man, Blake shows his speed on the court, and I'm excited about him, and he plays some solid defense, and then he has games like this where he just pointless, did absolutely nothing. By the way, Spurs fans, we shot 22 of 46 from beyond the arc. That's 48%. That is really good. The Kings only shot 26% from 3. As far as turnovers, we did have 16, which is too many, but we did do better in the second half. We had 11 first half turnovers and 5 second half turnovers. That's where I'd like to see us, more in that 5, not that 11. A good win, 116-96, a 20-point win, 5-6. We can get to 500 against the Wizards. We really can. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. I know I missed one recently at the end of the game, and all right, we're good. We're clear. I got to make sure I do that now at the end of the game. Well, a win. Lonnie Walker's on the Clippers. He got signed. Did not know that. And yes, Muhammad, we took advantage of the back-to-back. Let's build on this now. The Sharks should bring up Malachi Flynn from Austin and send Wesley down. I'll bring Riley Minix up. You're welcome, Greg. Cowboy X Factor just came in, and like that, he's saying goodnight. Goodnight, Veronica. And you know what? I think I'm going to call it a night myself. Spurs went on Veterans Day in Military City USA when they gave 40% discount to military tickets. Nice. That was a good win. Power poll, what's going on? William, it was a good win. My voice is getting a little shot, though, so please hit the thumbs up on the way out if you haven't done so already. It does still help the channel. And a good win for our Spurs. So thank you all for being here. On behalf of myself, Baby Coyote, Lil Mikey, Headman Grogu, and Selena, What you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!